egg in the nest, nest in the leaf, leaf in the branch, branch in the stem, stem in the roots, roots in the bud, bud are in the valley. Oh, a very good bud and a rotten bud. In the valley, oh, very good bud and a rotten bud are in the valley. Oh, in the feather there was a color, a very good color and a rotten color. Color in the feather, feather in the bed, bed in the egg, egg in the nest, nest in the leaf, leaf in the branch, branch in the stem, stem in the roots, roots in the bud, buds are in the valley. Oh, a very good bud and a rotten bud. A very good bud and a rotten bud. Bud are in the valley. Oh, in the color there was a good, a very good good and a rotten good. Good in the color, color in the feather, feather in the bed, bed in the egg, egg in the nest, nest in the leaf, leaf in the branch, branch in the stem, stem in the roots, roots in the bud. Buds are in the valley. Oh, a very good bud and a rotten bud. A very good bud and a rotten bud. In the good there was a red, a very good red and a rotten red. Red in the good, good in the color, color in the feather, feather in the bed, bed in the egg, egg in the nest, nest in the leaf, leaf in the branch, branch in the stem, stem in the roots, roots in the bud, buds are in the valley. Oh, a very good bud and a rotten bud. A very good bud and a rotten bud. There in the valley. Oh, in the red there was a yellow, a very good yellow and a rotten yellow. Yellow in the red, red in the good, good in the color, color in the feather, feather in the bed, egg in the nest, nest in the nest, nest in the leaf, leaves in the branch, branch in the stem, stem in the roots, roots in the bud, buds are in the valley. Oh, a very good bud and a rotten bud. Clap. A very good bud and a rotten bud. A very good bud and a rotten bud. A very good boy and a rotten girl.
A very good boys and a rotten girl. A very good boy and a rotten boy.
A very good girl and a rotten boy. A very good boy and a rotten girl. A very good boy and a rotten girl. A very good boy and a rotten girl. A very good boy and a rotten girl.
A very good boy and a rotten girl. Yoga in the valley.
Answer your name, oh.
Answer your name.
Answer your name, oh.
Ryla way.
My name is Kola. Ọmọ ọ̀dẹ́rì ní èdè ńlá wá wà. People dey call me Presilala. Some people call me Koko Bilo. Some people call me Akezikezi Bobo. I dey answer my name o Ryla way.
Answer your name, oh. Answer your name, oh.
Answer your name, oh. My name is Kevin.
Hey, Ryla, okay. Hey, Ryla, answer your name, oh. Answer your name, oh. Answer your name, Ryla, Ryla.
My name is Soki. Dad. Some people. Balùwẹ̀ òbí. Ryla làwa wà. Ìlọrin làwa gbé àwa ọba tẹ nìkan jẹ́.
I have answered your name, Ryla, Ryla. Answer your name, answer your name, answer your name in a Ryla way. And then what? Yeah. Answer your name, oh yeah, Ryla way. You have answered the name, Ryla way.
My name is Jerry.
Now, answer your name, oh.
My name is Jerry.
Oh. Answer your name, oh. Answer your name, oh. Answer your name in a Ryla way. Your name is your name. Let us know your name. Answer your name in a Ryla way. You must learn, yeah.
My name is Shagun. I'm from Ibadan.
Say my name in a Ryla way. Next.
My name is Michael. Mommy. My name is Michael. I'm from Ilorin. Ryla làwa.
Answer your name in a Ryla way. In a Ryla way.
My name is Moses. My name is Ayo. Ọmọdélami. Ryla làwa. Òṣogbo làwa gbé.
You have answered your name in a Ryla way.
My name is Tolu. I'm from Akure.
Ryla way.
My name is Fatima. I'm from Ibadan. Call me Tima.
You have answered your name in a Ryla way.
My name is Ahmed Abdul Kudusi. I'm from Oyo. Oyo Alafi. I dey answer my name in a Ryla way.
Ryla way.
My name is Aisha.
Ọmọjọ
mọ́mí. Ryla làwa wà. Ryla làwa wà. Answer my name
in a Ryla way. Ryla way. Answer your name. Answer your name. Answer your name in a Ryla way. You have answered your name in a Ryla way.
My name is Israel. I'm from
In a Ryla way. Before us, please answer your name, oh, in a Ryla way.
My name is Dola.
My
name is Dola. Ọmọ àpáta, àpáta lèmi ti wá. Ọmọ Ẹdó lèmi ti wá. I answer my name, oh,
in a Ryla way.
My name is Peter. From Rakuta. Ọmọ bàbá ẹ̀.
Oṣù.
Ọmọ bàbá ẹ̀. Àwọn sábà ilé.
In a Ryla way. In a Ryla way.
My name is Rachel.
Oh,
Ọmọ Adeleke. Some people call me.
But.
Some
Oh.
people call me.
Baby,
so fine.
I
love dancing. I love singing.
say your name in a Ryla way. In a Ryla way.
Coco,
Kori, Maya, okay.
My name is Tolu. Ọmọ Balogun. Some call me Black. Idọ̀ dúdú. Some call me Magic. Idọ̀ dúdú. I love writing. I love massaging. I'm from Ijebu. Ryla way.
Ilé ìkọ́ wa ni o. Ryla way. Answer your name, intending. Answer your name. Answer your name in a Ryla way.
My name is Oye.
In a Ryla way. Answer your name, oh, in a Ryla way. Let's sing now.
My name is Godbaby from Rasa House. I'm from Ibadan, ọmọ FCIB. I answer my name, oh, in a Ryla way.
In a Ryla way.
Thank you very much, everybody. A round of applause for yourself. Yeah, that's a very beautiful one and a good morale booster. Okay, so I'm very sure now that we are more than ready for all the businesses of the day. Our guest speaker for the third plenary section is already in the house, so please let that be decorum and let us try as much as possible to be in our best. He is an elderly man, you know, he is grandpa to so many of us here, so please let us enjoy each other. Right now, I think my job is done for now. I will hand you over to the program director.
Ryla, we. Can we put our hands together for ourselves? Rise to lead. Rise to lead. Ready to serve. I want to inform you that we have in our midst an erudite scholar. Our guest speaker for this morning is our dad from Ikirum. He's a professor at Bangkok University. Let's put our hands together for him. Can we give that a big clap? A big clap. A bigger one. A bigger one. Bigger. Bigger. We love him. I'll hand over the microphone to the director of program, who will continue the program from here and read the citation of the guest speaker. Thank you.
Ryla's we. Ryla's we. Wa. Wa. Thank you very much. Good morning, everybody. You're welcome again this morning. Did you enjoy your night? Even with the light. And the bed. You don't have choice. With a very due respect to our dear guest speaker, the chairman, Ryla Committee 2025, distinguished Nigerians, you're welcome to the third day of Ryla 2025, and of course, it is the beginning of our third plenary. Our third plenary will be taken up shortly after I take the citation of our dear guest speaker. Distinguished Nigerians, join me to bring on stage to take the citation of our distinguished guest speaker, Professor Owolabi Sunday Ajayi. Welcome, sir. I take the citation. Professor Owolabi Sunday Ajayi was born over 6 decades ago. He hails from Ikirun in the fellow local government area of Osun State. He attended Saviour's Primary School, Ikirun, and Igbaye Community High School, Igbaye in Odotin local government of Osun State, and also Akirun Grammar School, Ikirun. He graduated as best student in chemistry. In 1982, he proceeded to Oyo State College of Art and Science and came out as one of the best graduate students with an award from the then Governor Okuola of Old Oyo State. His insatiable quest for knowledge saw him attending various tertiary educational institutions. After obtaining a Bachelor of Science degree in accounting from Obafemi Awolowo University, Professor Owolabi proceeded to the University of Lagos to acquire more knowledge in accounting and finished with a Master of Science degree in accounting. This is in addition to the Master of Business Administration degree he got from Obafemi Awolowo University in 1994. Not satisfied, Professor Owolabi proceeded to Babcock University, where he successfully completed his doctorate degree in Business Administration with Management Accounting option. He completed his doctorate degree with distinction and was the overall best graduate student of his set with a cumulative CGPA of 5.0 on a grading scale of 5 points. Nothing interested him more than the accounting profession. He is an eminent fellow, the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria, Chartered Institute of Taxation of Nigeria, Chartered Institute of Credit Administration, Chartered Institute of Risk and Loan Management of Nigeria, and Society for Corporate Governance of Nigeria. His high sense of commitment to quality in accounting practice recommended him for a recognition and decoration as a professional and practicing member, Nigeria Institute of Stock Brokers, Nigeria Institute of Management, International Research and Development Institute and Certified Pension Institute of Nigeria, among several others. He has also presented several papers at various seminars and workshops across the country and overseas. His publications are centered on corporate governance, strategic management, auditing public sector accounting, taxation and forensic accounting. He has more than 150 publications to his credit. Professor Sunday Owolabi has served in the following capacities: Senior Accountant, Adventist Seminary of West Africa, Pioneer Director of International Audit, Babcock University, Pioneer Head of Department, Accounting, Economics, Banking and Finance, Pioneer General Manager, Babcock University Investment Group, Associate Vice President, Financial Administration, Babcock University, and several other appointments, too numerous to mention. He is the immediate past Deputy Vice Chancellor of Management Services at Babcock University, Ogun State. Provost, College of Management Sciences, Bowen University, Iwo, on sabbatical leave. His contribution in his role have on many occasions earned him accolades from many designing quarters within and outside the university community. Professor Sunday Owolabi has won many awards and recognitions of his meritorious service to the academic community, professional bodies, religious organizations, and native community. He is a community man who is investing in the education and intellectual empowerment of the youth. He is the second vice president of the National Ikenron Progressive Union. In addition, he is the current chief Jagomolu of Ikenron land and Otumba of Oloruwon land. In recognition of his contribution to the community and youth development, he was elected as the grand patron of Man O War Osun North East Division. This notable man is an elder of the Seventh-day Adventist Church. He is the pioneer steward director of Ogun Conference of Seventh-day Adventist Church. Moreover, he has served in several capacities, such as Director Development and Strategy, and an executive member of the same conference. His major area of interest is in church planting, development, and construction. He has organized several seminars and workshops on church development and growth, such as retirement planning, family financial management, and family economy empowerment, to mention a few. He is married, and the marriage is blessed with children. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Rylarians, I present to you a distinguished guest speaker for the third plenary Ryla 2025, Professor Ajao Sunday Owolabi. Can I have it more than this, please? Can we raise our cap for him?
Ryla, what type of clap do you think he deserves? Locomotive. Are we good to go? Are we good to go? Why not Atama? Atama. Tabako. Labarina. Thank you very much. Kindly have your seats while we hand over the microphone to our professor.
Thank you so much. In a very special way, I want to appreciate God Almighty giving us an opportunity to be able to gather in this hall this morning.
We appreciate him, we honor him, we glorify him. May his name be praised forever. I cannot but appreciate Rotary Club International. And this is the second time I will give lecture in the gathering of Rotary Club. And I want to, this one is unique, it's special, because I'm really in my constituency. The young people, this is my constituency. And I promise God that I want to live the rest of my life to develop the young ones. I want to appreciate my brother here, KK International. He has been wonderful. And then when he told me about this program, I said, okay, I will find all means to come and grace this occasion. It has helped me to achieve a lot. Because I have an ambition to organize 200 JAM scholarships every year for those within my community. And it has been one of the instruments that God is using for the registration. And by God's grace, we continue to do it. So I want to appreciate you. Thank you so much. For all the organizers, the members, thank you so much. All the executives, I appreciate you. You are helping me to achieve my life ambition. If you can have a group like this, about every month, in every state of the country, things will have been better than this. For taking this initiative, I really appreciate it. God will continue to honor you. I want to thank all the participants for coming. Because if you are not here, you cannot be talking to the chairs and tables. And for that, we have chosen to come to this program. God will multiply your investment. Amen. And I want to assure you, after this program, you will see great light. A lot of beautiful things will happen to you. Amen. The road you have not been able to cross earlier than that, you will cross without stress, without sweat. Amen. That's my prayer for you. Finally, as they were writing my citation, the Holy Spirit dropped it in my heart that I should pray for you. So stand up and remove your towel. If you are a man, if you are a woman, leave your towel. Forget about what you want to do. I can speak for 30 hours without looking at those things. Let's go. I need to bless somebody this morning. No, if you are a Muslim, you are free to observe your Muslim right when you are praying. Don't worry. Or if you are a Christian, if you are a Christian, please try and observe. How many of you here don't understand Yoruba? Raise up your hand. You know Yoruba? Good. I just want to be sure that so that I don't speak Yoruba. Shall we pray? Our Father and our God in heaven, I'm calling on you this morning on behalf of your children, your sons and daughters that have gathered here to acquire more skill and more knowledge for development. I pray, Lord, this ambition that they have, you will sanctify it and manifest in their life in Jesus' name. I pray for you this morning, God, that you assisted me from nowhere to where I am today. You will do the same for them in Jesus' name. Amen. God, I lost my mother when I was 9. Thinking all hope is lost. I was just wandering around and you pilot my footsteps to this moment. God, I pray for these young ones. You pilot their footsteps to success. Amen. You will be greater than the speaker. Amen. I say, God, my wish and request from you this morning is that these ones will be greater than me. Amen. I humbly request, God, that you make them greater than me. Amen. For everything they have aspired to become, God, you grant unto them. Amen. In the nearest future, Lord, we want to see chief executives among them. Amen. We want to see commissioners, governors. We want to see ambassadors. We want to see great lawyers. We want to see doctors. We want to see engineers. We want to see those who will rule these countries among them. Thank you for answering our prayers. For we ask in Jesus' mighty name. Amen. Thank you. Thank you. Are we projecting the remote? You will go for me? Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Once again, good morning. One of the topics that you should be ready to listen to is the topic they have chosen for you this morning. And I'm happy that they chose this topic, financial literacy for emerging leaders. Just like I prayed, I see so many leaders here, and so shall it be. Any leader without financial intelligence is a blind man. Let me say it again. Any leader without financial intelligence is a what? Is a blind man. Therefore, financial intelligence is critical than even leadership skill. And when you are looking at leadership skills, the most important one among leadership skills is financial intelligence. Financial intelligence is so critical that if you don't have it, you mess up every other thing that you are doing. And that is why this morning we are going to be looking at some ideas. I cannot finish it. It's a 4-year program in university, but I will do it in 4-5 minutes. And let us see how far you can. But I've condensed it to give you the critical parts that will be useful for you in your daily operations. Can we move, please? Now, what is leadership? Your ability to influence others to achieve a particular objective is called leadership. And that is why when you are playing football, you have the captain. He's going to play a significant role even on the playground. When the coach is not able to talk, he is able to talk on the playground. So a leader must have that capability to motivate others to achieve a particular purpose, a particular task. For instance, look at this program we are doing here today. There must have been a committee in charge, and somebody is a chairperson. There's somebody is a chairman. That chairperson or chairman must be able to coordinate, direct, and communicate with all of us very effectively. Otherwise, we will not be here today. Okay? I allow you to judge, to write. Don't worry. He's a professor, unlike other speakers. What is going on at the back? I know. I don't have to tell you. But what is going on at the rear back? I know. You may write, but I will appeal. I will leave it for you. You can send it to them. Let them have it for life. Let them have it for life. Free of charge. So I am imagining that. Who is an imagining leader? Someone who is aspiring to become, let me call him a director tomorrow. Direct the affairs of an organization. Direct the affairs of a group. It might be a church, it might be a political party. You are a leader. So an imaginer, you are aspiring, you are struggling, you are preparing yourself to become one, and so shall it be. Wherever you find yourself, God will make you a leader. So, leader, in fact, you go, one of us as undergraduate for the NYC, you can become a leader. Those are the areas where the leadership skills will be emanating. Even in a group discussion in the class, they can make you a leader. In your hostel, they can make you a coordinator. There are some attributes that you must exhibit that will make you a leader. That's not my area of focus. Don't let me digress too much. So let's move. Financial literacy. I am saying the ability, the capability to make an effective and efficient utilization of financial skill to make quality decision. To make what? To make what? when you are making decisions, there are two instruments associated with decision making. It must be effective and must be efficient. What do you mean by efficiency? You must be able to achieve that decision with minimum cost possible, with the least possible cost. Are you getting me? With the least possible cost. Okay? And when you talk of effectiveness, it means after spending least cost, you must be able to achieve the objective. You must be able to achieve the purpose of the spending. And that's why you need financial literacy. A leader that makes effective decisions but too expensive to execute is not a leader. A leader that's making very efficient decisions but does not meet the objective is not a leader. So you must be able to synchronize. You must be able to harmonize. You must be able to match the two skills together to be an emerging leader in the future. You see, environment is becoming very complex. Environment is becoming very complicated. So you must be well equipped. You must be versatile. You must have critical skills to really exhibit a particular, an excellent leader. Okay? And that's why this title is very important. Now, when you talk about financial literacy, there are certain things that you need to know. And there are certain things that you must understand as a leader. Number one of it is budgeting. You must have an ability, you must have the skill, you must have the understanding of what a budget is. You see, there is something called, don't worry, I will speak. You will get the report later. It's there. There is something called financial strategy. Financial strategy. What do I call it? A financial strategy is a long-term plan of about 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 or 9, 10 years. Okay? And that is why I am not a politician, but I will use leaders as example. That's the only way you can understand. Because I don't know where God will place you tomorrow. If you look at the leadership style of Tinubu, it's quite different from every other leader we have been having. Why? Because he has financial intelligence. Before you carry your budget for the year to Tinubu, think properly. Think. Because when you get there, it's going to ask some questions that can make you go crazy. Because he has financial intelligence. All these things we are crying about, we are saying, oh, the things are difficult, oh, we cannot eat, oh, we cannot do so. It's a natural noise. We have always been doing that. Even during first Buhari, the Agban regime, we still make the noise. Community make a record. Issue the one, Ekini 21, Kosebin power, Koson money guru. All this, go and review 20 years records of those positions. You will hear Idule, Kosovo, Idule, use after. So all this is this current regime, because of his financial intelligence, a lot of things are stabilizing. You may not feel it now. People are saying Kosovo, things like there's no money there. There is nothing. There is money in my life. There is money. There is money. Money is flowing. My dear, go to your village. Go around. People are building houses every day. They are roofing houses every day. People are getting married. They make ceremony everywhere. Marriage ceremony every weekend. Every weekend. Burial of elderly man. There is money. It's a lie. What happened is this. Things are very expensive, but money is flowing. Believe it or not. If you are a financial analyst, you understand what I'm talking about. Things are very expensive, correct. But there's money to do it. Petrol is very expensive. How many people park their cars? I'm still using my 2 cars. I've not parked any of them. I'm still fueling my generator. The guy has financial intelligence. That is the truth. When he was going to Brazil, oh, they are going trip. He came back with $2.1 billion investment. $2.1. That's leadership. That's investment. When Tinubu travel to anywhere, look at the report when he comes back. That is an investment portfolio is breaking. That's leadership. Because he has financial intelligence. He knows he's raising money to government every day. He's increasing government revenue every day. Because he has financial intelligence. Because he knows without money he cannot do anything. You know how many universities he has established when he came? Because he has financial intelligence, he established several medical universities. Because we are lacking medical doctors in Nigeria now. Intelligence. He did financial analysis. After financial analysis, he said, I'm not establishing anyone to 7 years time. The man is not mad. In 7 years time, you will have, that's when he will defend the office. Financial calculations. You know that he will not have money to perform those things very well. He introduced school fees. Everybody was shouting. After that, he shocked it with the student loan. Financial intelligence. And it's very systematic. You will see what will happen next year. He will pump full money to student loan. And he will tell him, I will sack you, don't give everybody money. Every university, even you may likely extend to private now. Financial intelligence. There is nothing a leader can do without financial intelligence. Budget is simply, when I say long-term strategy, is a roadmap that you will draw, like Tinubu had drawn. This Nigeria, whether you like it or not, is driving government revenue to a particular point. Now tax, you will pay tax whether you like it or not. When you know, when you are not able to operate your bank account, you know whether you pay or not. What I'm saying that when you look at your long term where you are going, you break them down into phases, short-term plans. Okay? When your short-term plans is translated to money requirement, it is called budget. That's the definition of budget. Rotary Club, okay, next 5 years, you want to give lectures to young ones like this every quarter of the year or every half or on a yearly basis. They will now sit down. Year one, we are there. You now break down what will you need, how much do we need, how do we raise the money, where do we get the money from? Is it enough to execute that project? So budgeting is the first thing that a leader must understand. And what is budget? Budget is simply means translation of your immediate plan to naira and kobo. Translation of your short-term plan to the financial requirement. So in anywhere you are working, operating as a leader or as a member, when you are doing your meeting first January of the year, 2nd January, 3rd January, even your family, ask them where is the annual budget. Budget is the roadmap that is monitoring you, showing you where you are going. Budget, you don't have to be rigid. You prepare it. You can manipulate it. Like when we are coming from 165 to 200 fuel to 1,000, you can adjust your budget along the line. So budgeting is one. You must have an investment skills. What do you mean by investment skills? Understand what part of program will be rewarding best. Which one will give you the best reward? Okay, you want to do this program now, you must understand whether you are going to lose or you are going to gain. And there are different types of gain and different types of losses. Please take note. It's not every program you do that will give you extra revenue. No, it depends on the objective. You must identify the objective of your plans. You must identify the objective of your plans. When you know what you want to accomplish, when you want to touch it. When you know what you want to achieve, I said I'm in charge, and wherever you are sitting, I'm saying you. So whatever you want to achieve at the end of the project, it is your objective. So achieving the objective is very important than saving money. If you are saving money too much, you may lose the objective. So focus the objective and make sure that your budget is there. So your investment analysis will be of different type. If you have a business unit, you want to start selling producing pure water, you must analyze it. You see, pure water is better for you or bottled water to specialize from. Okay? You must do that. If you don't do that, you have problem. You must be, there are different types of plans and different types of budget. You have a long time on, you have a short time on. Investment in an asset usually called long-term investment, capital budget. For instance, Rotary Club, you want to build Rotary House in a room. That's an investment. Or Rotary Club, you just look at this campus. Can we put an instead? Now you are going to be raising funds and getting money from the student every year. Then you do your budget. It's a long-term budget. Okay, year one, you will get 100 million. Year 2, 100 million. Year 3, 500 million. Year 4. Then your repairs and maintenance. Year 1, 10,000 and 10 million. Year 2, 10 million. Year 3, 10 million. Year 4, 10 million. Is that correct? Is that correct? Yes. It's not correct. I am not doing that. You build an hostel. Year 1, 10 million. Year 2, 20 million. Because the thing is already depreciating. Glass is broken, pipe are busting, electrical problems are having issues. So you say 10, 12, 15, 20, 20, until you see that you go in for total renovation. Then you bring it back small again. So you must have all these kind of skills. That's what I mean by investment. Financial planning. Don't let anything meet you as an emergency. From your long-term strategy that I mentioned before, you know your long-term, you are looking at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. You break them down into yearly achievement. Please note your questions. You must ask me questions. When it's 10 minutes to my time, stop me. I don't like when I don't have questions. This kind of guy must interact. I don't want to follow the man, tell what I know there, but I will give it to you. But I will speak to all. Don't worry yourself. So planning is your systematic arrangement of your finances. Why do we need to listen? Why do you need to do financial planning? When you do your what is called cash flow. Cash what? Let someone say cash flow. Cash flow. There are two elements in cash flow. Cash inflow and cash outflow. When your cash inflow is more than cash outflow, you have surplus budget. When your cash inflow is lower than cash outflow, you have deficit budget. Let me say that again. When your cash outflow is more than cash inflow, deficit. That's it. Money you are getting is lower than money you are spending. Deficit. There is nothing wrong in having deficit budget. Are you with me? Yes. There is nothing wrong in having deficit what? Deficit budget. All you need to do is, once you know that in month 5 or month 6, the budget you have will not be able to fund it, then that's the essence of the budget. You now sit down around table discussion. Think, how do we raise external sources to manage these 2 months before we get to the other one? For instance, June, July, we will not have money. Okay, let me use practical example. When I was in charge of finance, Babcock University, normally, July, August, hey, no cover in the account. Hey, when I mean hey, I mean hey. She will not come because no students are having. Summer school has finished, and I must pay salary, must pay paper bill, must pay the ground workers, must pay the clinic, they must buy drugs in the hospital. A lot of things have to take place. So, July, June, and July, I'm already with a bank, 2 banks. Wema and Access Bank. You guys, in June, I was in for a draft of 1 billion. In July, 1 billion. In August, 500 million. That one, I've discussed it with them since January. People have already secured approval. Do you understand? It's not in June. I will be struggling and I will be sweating that Christmas go. And I will not be able to coordinate myself again. People will be knocking. Oga, hello sir. We have not gotten their life. NEPA will be knocking. Life will be hot. Life will be difficult. So in January, I have secured approval. July, 1 billion. June, 1 billion. July, 1 billion. August, 500 million. Why 500 million in August? From ending of August, I also synchronize my admission. Once I give the admission, you get to pay acceptance fee. Come and do. So I am very sure that in early August, I will get at least 2 billion. I will get at least 2 billion. But in case, yes, because it is towards August ending. Before January, before August, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What will I be spending? $500 million is secured. But I put a clause in my security. You will charge me based on when I draw the money. I only secure it. If I don't draw, you don't pay. You don't. And it's what I draw that you charge interest. That's the essence of having cash planning. You must have your cash budget. And let me tell you this, the most important of any leadership financial skill is cash budget. If you don't have your cash budget skill to plan, okay, how much are we raising? How much are we needing? How do we do it? For instance, you get here now, only half of you can get car, half you don't get car. Only half can get top, half don't get top. There is no money everywhere. There will be chaos. But if you are planned, okay, we are expecting 300 students. Let us assume in our budget that only 200 responded. Okay? You will take your expenditure, you will base, you do your budget expenditure on 300. You will base your income on 200. That's what is called conservatism. What do I call it? Say it again. As a leader, you must be financially conservative. Okay? Don't spend prodigally. Don't spend money that you have not collected. No, it's not acceptable. What if it does not come? And that is what is called risk analysis. In the risk analysis, what you do is simple. You assume, what if one, okay, this program they are spending 300, what if only 250 register? How do we look like? What if only 200 register? How do we look like? What if 100 register? How do we look like? Then you now do a template of Microsoft Excel, for instance, and you see yourself financially. Even wherever you now find yourself in the budget, no shock. You understand me? No emergency, because you have already estimated and worked towards it. That's why I say conservative. You must save as much as possible from whatever you are getting, but don't save at the expense of your objective achievement. Objective is compulsory. Credit and debit management, I think I've discussed that. Like I told you, my bank, they are intact, and I spoke to them, and I got my money. Anytime I need it, it dropped. Even as a person, as a family person, I have a credit line with my bank. In case of one emergency, with Access Bank, I can draw my family account up to 1 million naira without calling any money down. Because we have agreed for a credit line up to that level. Yeah, so like I told you earlier, financial intelligence is financial literacy is an integral part of financial intelligence. Financial intelligence involves a lot of things, and that's what we will see now. Look at the way I put it. I said, financial intelligence is an in-depth understanding of financial management for effective management. And I said, therefore, to be financially intelligent, financial literacy is a critical need. Leadership involves application of resources to achieve a common goal of a team or group. The most important aspect of organizational resources is what? The financial asset. There is no organization without a financial focus, whether NGO or no NGO. All of us will do. Rotary is an NGO. Are we not dealing with finance? Okay, are we not dealing with finance? So that skill is required. Ingredient of financial literacy. Number one, strategic planning, which I've explained to you. Strategically, you must plan yourself. Long-term financial strategy planning. In 5 years, this is what to do. Risk management, we have discussed it. Credit and debit management. Now, let me discuss about credit so that you understand it. When you have surplus, what do you do with the money? Invest. Good. Say it loud. When you have excess fund, what do? You invest. How do you know good investment? How do you know bad investment? 2 things you will do. Number one, don't look for too rosy investment. If you look for investment that is too rosy, you will fall victim. Because somebody spend that money. All this money that what do they call them now? All this MMM. It's only that I've decided not to be involved in gambling in my life. If not, okay, I will get plenty money from them. I'm telling you. But all that are still interested, let me teach you this technique. But you must be careful. You must stick to the rule when I'm giving you the rule. Do you hear? When you put in 1 million, they give you 2 million, maybe, or 3 million. Holy scheme. Poison scheme. That's the name. Poison scheme. Policy. Okay. Now, when you put 1 million, like how much you will get? Like how much? Like 1.5 million. Okay. So, is that including your 1 million? So your profit is how much? That's first investment. You roll it over. If you roll it over, it comes like how much? Let's say about 3 million. You know? If it's 3 million, how much do you invest originally? I will take that 2 million and run away. The 1 million originally that was there, I can leave it, but I leave it to me, it's fine. If it doesn't use, I don't lose anything. I have 2 million. And if you study it, go and ask. You study it strategically. You don't get at a loss until after second or third trial. When you are going to the third and the fourth, you want to become a multi-billionaire. Pian. No. Even if I want to chop all of them I can gamble. 1 million, 1 million. After my 1 million, they give 1 million. I carry my money. I don't do it again. Is it by force? But what I would advise as a club, go for some bank fixed investments. Okay? The return is very low, maybe 5%, maybe 10%, but your money is secure. If it's a club, you are a leader of a group. You are talking of a leader now. Are you getting me? Not your personal fund. Don't go for something risky. Are you with me? My university try it because my fishes are very aggressive. We put in about 200 million we bought shares. And today the share was not worth 5,000 out of 200 million. I was warning them. My life, the only share I bought was 5,000. And second day, I called them back. I don't want to buy anything. And he sent my money back. I'm not saying buying shares is very bad. But situations are very bad. You buy shares in 10 years' time, they will not give you investment, they will not give you dividend of up to 500,000. Why? Number two, do you know who's in charge of that money? The guy is sleeping inside the AC, the MD is enjoying inside the AC. When he's going around, so many people follow him, and you pay the children's school fees, you pay the wife's salary, you pay the wife to come to do home and enjoyment. What is MD of bank and GM of bank? That's what they do to them. I'm not saying they are wicked, that is the word of their own effort too. They have invested their life into it and they are enjoying it. But I think myself, I say, oh no. This money can do something better for me. So, when you have excess funds, please invest wisely. Now, this is the process of strategic financial planning that I just told you. Who can tell me the meaning of strategic financial planning? You don't have to be correct. Because you are wrong before, that's why you are here. So who can say it? What did I tell you the meaning of strategic financial planning? Yes? Nobody? Yes, my dear, God bless you.
Strategic financial planning is the plan that you make across the year for the utilization of your plans, and you set milestones across the years so you know that you are doing it right.
Excellent. God bless you. It is a long-term futuristic financial ambition. Your future financial plan for your long-term plan. You have a long-term plan already. As an organization, they should have long term. What do you want to achieve in 5 to 6, 7 years time? Then now, when you translate it to naira and kobo, it becomes strategic financial planning. Do you understand it now? Now, how do you do that? Look at this process. Number 1, environmental scanning. What do I call it? Before you do your plans, you cope your environment. There are 2 types of environment. How many? How many environment? The internal and the external. The internal, you are the internal environment. You examine yourself. What is the financial capability of my members? How much can we raise? How can we raise it? Can we raise it consistently for the next 5 years? Can we raise it consistently for the next 10 years? Do we increase every year? If we increase every year, listen very carefully. Should we increase at an increasing rate, or we should increase at a decreasing rate? What is the financial capability? Can we do some empowerment that will make them strong? Can we touch her, please? Can we touch her, please? That's all right. Can you touch her, please? Okay, that's all right. Okay, that's all right. We are together now. God bless you. So we examine our environment. That's internal. External environment. We look at economic situation, political situations, legal situations, social situations. We look at psychological situations of when we look at external environment. Those are the factors that are within your environment that you cannot determine. Okay? If somebody wants to do some things now, and next year, in Osun, if he's a very smart person, he will know that this is not the time to do any huge investment. Because we don't know who is coming in next year. Are you with me? That's how to scan your political environment. You think about the political and economic intelligence of who will take over. How does it affect your organization? How does it affect your activities? How does it affect your program? For instance, I'm not a politician. During our harvest time, I have salary. Is that the time to increase contribution of members in Rotary Club production? Is that the time to increase it? No. It's the time to even empower the members of Rotary Club, because people are earning half salary. That's political environment, economic environment, social environment. You must understand your environment in your strategic financial planning. Is that okay? Financial exposition. What kind of financial exposition? What are the resources available to you? What are the various resources? How many multiple income can you make? Can you make from donation from people, contribution from members, okay, contribution from government? How do you handle that? That is financial exposition. Financial goals. What are you aiming at? Just be listening very well. This thing will be your prevention. What are you aiming at? What is your focus? Where is your financial focal point? What do you want to actually get from the financial program you have? That is your financial goals. You have to develop financial strategies. After you have determined all this one, you must determine financial what? Strategies. Financial strategy simply means, how do I raise these funds that I have a target of 10 million? How do I raise this 10 million? So you begin to look at your fundraising methodology, fundraising ideology, fundraising systems. So the next one is budgeting and resource allocation. After you have done this one, you do budget. All of us know you know budget now. You determine the income, you determine the expenses. Then you state them according to the time they come in and according to the time you will need them. You now compare the two. You need more money or you have enough money. How do you do it? Are you getting what I'm saying? So that's budgeting and resource allocation. The next one is implementation. We are now implementing here now. Are we not? I know 6 months ago, 7 months ago, your club leaders are brainstorming like mad. How much do we need? How can we raise it? How much can we charge them? Will they be able to pay? Will it cover our expenses? Will it cover our challenges? Can we raise money externally? Can we call for help? They were doing that. You must have that knowledge. Now we are implementing. During the period of implementation, they must monitor very well. And in the monitoring, they must put in some control. So you must tell them, this program we are executing, our money is almost gone. Where there is a deviation, can you delay? This one has increased in price. There is an inflation here. Oh, this one has reduced price. No, I get a better customer. Somebody said he can supply us in Lagos with about 20% discount. That is implementation and monitoring and control. So when there is a challenge, you quickly address the challenge. Don't use that staff to cover your eyes. So I'm looking at you. Under the fan. Now, evaluation and review. Already, I know the leaders, they already reviewed themselves. They were, how did it go? Now when they ask you, how was your night? Someone said no. And behind somebody said, it was too short. I didn't sleep until 2 o'clock. That's nice for you. That's why you're here. That's why you're here. You have to do something you must do. I also, yesterday I arrived from a place I also went, and I did not sleep for 4 days. 4 days. Yes. Because I have a target to achieve. I have a goal. So, that is it. Now, when you evaluate, you review. Please, after this your program, the leaders, you sit down and hold a session, meeting, where you will not be held back. That meeting, create for yourself lunch, so that you are not in a hurry. A correct cool drink, correct one. Review it. Look at lapses, look at accolades, look at achievement. Give them questionnaire to fill before they go. How do they feel? You feel fulfilled? Have you wasted your time? Have you wasted your money? What do you recommend? How do you think it can be better? Because they are the future leaders. One day they will be in this position to talk. So we have gone through this. Now let's take the next one. This is pure explanation for budgeting. See, expenses, income determination is the first. Let me tell you something. Listen very carefully. Listen. Let's leave our movement. Listen. I did something in my family setting. Every year we enjoy ourselves as a family during Christmas. I make sure my family spend 10 days in the care with total enjoyment. My daughter will call it, Daddy, don't forget the military budget. The military budget will take them to shopping mall. It will take them to this station in the Bukesa. What's that? Waterfall, there's a station there, radio station, and a film house. Team said, Taiwo will talk later. Team said film house, because we normally book the film house. But the whole family were about 39. I have only one wife and 2 children, so don't shout. Probably he has plenty wives in here. All my siblings, 1 wife, 2 children. All my siblings, their children, grandchildren. Team said we book it full day, nobody interrupt us, we watch film. But in the morning, we go piano to the Bukesa. We go to waterfall, we swim, then we come back. Immediately we come back, we enter the film house. After the film house, we go home. Now, why am I saying this? We do budgeting. And after they have said every big thing they like, every beautiful thing they love, we move to the other side of it. How much does it cost? Everybody will mention the figure. We record. After we have recorded the figure, we will now go to the income side. We are finished. How do we raise this money? You say, Daddy, don't go here. Wow. No. This is December salary. You will pay school fees in January. So, talk to me. Where does this money come from? Themselves, they start cutting it. Until I see that they are listening. When they are listening, I will say we are good. So as a leader also, you can adopt that method. Tell them to say what they want to do, what they want. They will say many things. You do this, you now ask the question, how do you raise the funds? Simple. So, you must know how to raise the funds and how to execute that project. Next please. Next please. Next please. This is the most important aspect of budget, I told you. Working capital. You must match your cash outflow with cash inflow. That's what you have been talking about. The income and the expenditure. The income is cash flow. Expenses, cash outflow. Is that taken? Now, growth should be synchronized with available resources. That's not bad. Should be synchronized. Your growth, you may have huge ambition. What you want to do, like I told you now, let them mention it. How do you fund it? Next, borrowing should be intelligently managed. Nothing wrong in borrowing, but borrow with intelligence. Look at the easier way to get money and where to pay. Before you do it, look at income you are generating, look at your profit, take the interest you pay from the profit. What you have left, if it is reasonable, you can borrow. Next, differentiate essential capital from non-essential. I want to Rotary. If you have a vehicle now, if you have a bus now, if you have a house now, good. Ego, Akoikudi, where is the money? Those things should be. Prepare annual cash budget. I know Rotary has not been doing that. Start this year. That's the only thing you gain here. Gain it. Start annual budget. To do it is simple. State your expenses month by month. State your income month by month. Compare the difference between the two. Microsoft Excel will do it conveniently. And you see whether that's good or not. Wait, just wait. Sources of cash challenges. Yes, there will be cash challenges in the operation, okay? You may just run road and you are almost crashed. So woman, there's no money again. What can cause it? If you are making losses from your operations, like this one, I don't make loss. Otherwise, it's difficult to do another project really here. But all your money will have gone to it. Number one. Number two, inflation. If things are just becoming very escalated, look at the time the petrol price dump almost 2,000. You can mess up your cash. Growth and expansion. If you are growing unintelligently, when you grow intelligently. Don't let you go. Yeah, you can grow without intelligence. What do I mean by grow without intelligence? You do things that you think will give you money, but you cannot complete any of the project that will give you money. That's craziness. When I only get enough money to build those things that we are building, I tell the man, give me more money. They are frowning. You won't get the one you have given me. You have given me 5 million already. It will go. You won't get anything. And you can't close this school. You cannot. The parent will kill you. Social media will finish you. You better that guy they give me additional 5. So you use your financial intelligence. You can use your skill to track it. You can use your skill to track. If you borrow money from any bank and they are embarrassing, okay, I don't give you money go. And if I get something like that, don't cover it go. So take it to. And there are things you can do. You in your financial life. If you borrow money from the bank and they are harassing you too much, go and tell them, listen, I can't raise that money now. Let us restructure this loan. Instead of paying you off in 5 months, make it 10 months. So that I can pay it rightly and gradually. This one you are harassing me and yelling at. There's nothing you can do about it. And you harass me too much, I will say you take me to court. Wait, I don't know this. I will just tell you, I will take you to court. And you get to court, court will just ask you, how much can you pay? I can pay 5,000. Okay? You say, you want him to see. That's what court will do. And that's what they have done in the past. Seasonal businesses. If your business is seasonal, it's a problem. You must know the low time and the high time. For instance, you are selling ice cream. Rainy season, you have no business. So you better convert to hot tea in your shop. Tea go no wow, Nescafe go no wow, pumpkin go no wow. Canada waiting for God to want to buy ice water. When that parents already wearing sweater, and it's already shaking in your front, and you're talking of ice water, you will look whether you are mad or not. But when you shake and you say, let's say hot one, over. I didn't give you one cup. Then you will look at your business. Give me the season. One-off hoot payment. Hoot payment can knock it off. Assuming you borrow money to build hostel, I said you pay them first year 100 million. First year again, your rent you only get 50 million. How will you pay the 100 million? I've told you something, okay? Stretch it to next. From my time is almost done. How to resolve your cash flows? I've said that, I've told you already. But let me repeat them. Reappraise your capital expenditure. Reappraise it. If you have some idle cars, you have 5 cars, and you are using 2 or 3. Set 2 now, why are you holding the million? It's depreciating your house. It's not adding value. Set them up. We call them negative assets. Negative assets. Accelerate your cash inflows. If so many people are holding you annual subscription, you can say to anybody who can pay within the next 2 months 20% discount. People rushing, be able to get money to use. Sale of idle capacity. You have some capacity, but you don't need them now. Let's say you have a computer room. There are 150 computers there. I don't need them until next year. Send them this year and buy another one. When you are going to wonder, then your building financial problem will be gone. Negotiating a reduction in cash outflow. You are holding people, tell them, okay, you know it's we can't pay this money now. Can you let us stretch it a bit, or we pay you gradually? This 100 million cannot be paid today. Can we pay you 50 now? We pay the minimum 10 for the next 5 months. We will negotiate. There is nobody that financial stress will kill unless you don't have financial intelligence. Every financial problem has a financial solution. Let's move on. I will not. I said financial arrangement with your banks. I think I've discussed that so many times. Next. Investment analysis. I've discussed it. Evaluate long-term cash outflow. Like the hostel I mentioned, we have done example. Repairs. Look at what you put for repair. Normally. The next one, evaluate long-term inflows. How much will be coming every year? Compare them to manage it. Do a risk analysis, sensitivity analysis, like I said. What if the student reduce to 100 from 150 or reduce to 50? How do we do that? Then you strategize to match, to mitigate against that risk. Consider inflation. Review political and economic environment. I think I said that earlier. Like this place, you must understand international. Any serious investors should not come and invest in Nigeria. Because you don't know the political climate tomorrow. So, you evaluate that. Make a financial intelligence decision through value for money audit. What do I call it? Say it loud, no? Value for money audit consists of 3 E's. How many E's? Listen, because I didn't put it there so that you can listen. I didn't put it there. How many E's? The first one is efficiency. What's the first one? Efficiency. The second one is effectiveness. Second one is what? Effectiveness. The third one is economy. What's the third one? Economy. Now, efficiency I told you. You must achieve the result with the minimum cost. Abi? Efficiency, effectiveness, you must achieve the objective. Abi? Then economy simply means what I am doing within that range. Does it make economic sense? Your objective can be achieved. It can be cheap. You can raise the money. But does it make economic sense? Like the vision of Ogun State, they are doing airport there now. Is that the next thing in that village? It's nonsense. So I bring the airport to Kero. To do what? To do what? To carry who? Saturday marketers, Monday marketers. Who will enter it? Or Thursday marketers? Or the Alabisi? Let's move. The essence of financial intelligence. Why must you have financial intelligence? Why? Number one, effective and efficient decision making. We have discussed it very well. Number two, improvement of performance. When you have efficient and effective financial decision making, definitely your performance will improve. You'll be able to do well. Emotional stability. Look at the one I told you. Salary for June I secure you from January. Will I be having sleepless night? No, because I've adopted financial intelligence. So it gives you emotional stability. It gives you also financial stability. You don't start borrowing at a very high cost. Because you are borrowing at an emergency. Any rate they give you, you will do. That's what happens to our mothers in the villages and even in Zogolia. They call it Gomole Lanta. Those who don't know you understand Yoruba, let your friend beside you translate. I don't want to translate that one. Gomole Lanta. So, Gomole Lanta is kind of an emergency arrangement and does not make any economic sense. So, if you don't have financial intelligence, you go and Gomole Lanta. Don't Gomole Lanta, please. Improve financial security. Yes. You'll be able to talk with confidence because you are secured. You have done your budget. You know where your money is coming from. You know how much you are expecting. You know how much you are spending. Your security is assured. Then risk minimization, because you have enough time to plan. You take minimum risk. For instance, when you plan for your first, you should have been planning for this your talk since probably March. And if you are able to negotiate in March, you deposit in April, you will not be massive time. The math was according, like what I will do and to them, because you have already strategized intelligently and financially. Enhancement of sustainability. Now, everybody is happy now. You look very beautiful. I love what I'm seeing here. I saw it in picture. I feel so happy that today I will see that and admire it. And you look good. Everybody look good. Everybody look good. Tell yourself, I'm looking good. Yes. It's because they have planned and you are enjoying yourself. This program, if they come for it next year, the population will double. That's sustainability. Because you have adopted financial intelligence. If there's a chaos, they couldn't get their fares, they couldn't get their car, they couldn't get their top, something go wrong somewhere. Next year they will tell their friends, better don't go because our people you are organized. They are not organized at all. And that become a problem. How do you acquire financial intelligence? Seminars and workshops like this, you get financial intelligence. Investment skills, you learn it online, it's possible. Financial education, formally and informally. You can seek for financial education online, you can learn. Regular participation in financial decision making. Be a member of a group and a committee. When they are talking finance, listen. When leader is talking, listen. You can also learn from them, from that participation. Utilization of online resources like e-books and online free training. You can get your skill. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, my dear good friends, a quality and performing leader requires skills to make rewarding decisions. Almost all leaders make significant financial decisions. Organizations that want, no, remove that text. Or organizations, also, any one of the two. Organizations that want to remain, to enjoy sustainability, must embrace financial literacy. Ladies and gentlemen, till I see you again, the Lord bless you and keep you. I'm going to pray to shine upon you. Thank you so much for listening. I appreciate you all. God bless you and God be with you. Thank you.
Atama, 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 Abaku, Labarina, 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 Labarina. For he is a jolly good fellow, for he is a jolly good fellow, for he is a jolly good fellow. And so say all of us, and so say all of us, and so say all of us, for he is a jolly good fellow, for he is a jolly good fellow, for he is a jolly good fellow. And so say, thank you very much.
We love you. Thank you very much, sir. We have like 10 minutes for questions and answers. Now, if you have questions, just write it. We'll move around to take the questions. Is it Ryla we. Ryla we. Wow. If you enjoyed this lecture, let me hear your voice. Sincerely speaking, if you hear consistency par excellence, that should be referred to our daddy's performance in lecture delivery. Yes. I think I've known him close to 15 years now. He has delivered lecture in more than 5 occasions where I have called like this, and of course, the performance is still 100%. Thank you very much, sir. We really appreciate your input and your contributions to youth development. May God continue to bless you and increase your wisdom. We really appreciate you. Questions? Is this coming already? Yes, very good. Oh yeah, if you know you want to speak out your question, you can step forward. Come.
Good day, sir. I'm from Rotary. My question goes does spiritualism has anything to do with financial intelligence?
Yes, it does. Anything you are doing in life and God is not involved, you are already a failure. Place your investment parameters before God. You are a Muslim, a Christian, you are a fire worshiper, whatever. That's your God. Whichever God, I worship the supreme God, the God of gods, or God people want to worship, the God of creation. So you place your investment before God Almighty, and He will speak to it. About 3 or 4 days ago, I love question and discussion. About 3 or 4 days ago, I have a financial challenge because it was an emergency, and I needed to raise 5 million. I just thank God I don't have this money. The one I have is for something else and already committed. How do I do it? I prayed. And when I woke up in the morning, I called my wife. I said, call Mr. A and B and tell them that I need 5 million. Under 5 hours, they provided 5 million. Ask God. God planted those names to my heart. And they did. I will talk to you in practical terms. I'm not going to tell you stories of Adam and Eve. No, the one that is here that you see. We talk. God provided, and I give glory to His name. By the time my wife called me, I was in a meeting, community meeting. I went out to pick the call from myself and from my PA. He said, God has done it. My son said they have sent the money to him. And he got the money. I entered the class and said, praise God for me. All of them said, hallelujah. They don't know why. But I'm the one that is why. So God is number one.
Thank you. The second question goes on. In budgeting, we have what we call contingency. Now, what is the percentage of money that we need to budget?
Yes, for some of you for anybody who is not financially literate, like me, I would suggest 10%. But if you are financially literate, you just call it a salamos, and you put about 5% of the total budget. Because you should be able to see the weather clearly from the beginning. from budgeting. Two things, another thing you can do what is called flexible budget. Let me give an example of flexible budget. Look at your t-shirt. If the price at the beginning was 5,000, you can say another budget. What if it becomes 6,000? What would you, how do we look like? What if it becomes 6,000? How do we like? It's very simple. Please, all of you don't like computer though. You play this on your Microsoft Excel, even on your phone. What if it becomes 6,000? You just multiply it, you spread it, click, enter. It will show you the figure immediately. So you will do what is called flexibility budgeting system. Okay? And sensitivity analysis. What if, what if, what if?
Thank you. And the last question is about loan management.
Loan management, can you listen please?
Now, when you have a budget, like financial budget, like budget for like 6 years or 5 years, and during the process of executing, implementing the budget, during the process of implementing the budget, and you look around to source for funds, like as you usually said, when you are approaching the bank for loan to balance on finances, and you look at the percentage rate of the loan, like at the end of the day, the cost, the profit at the end of the day, it's not enough to fund the loan, and the goal must be achieved. What do you have?
Two things. There's nothing like goal must be achieved. Not that one. A goal that cannot be funded cannot be achieved. You can't kill yourself. You understand? Only one goal must be achieved. And that goal is your tongue must eat. That's one. Number two. The only reason why people have problem with that funding is lack of financial intelligence and lack of budgeting and financial strategy. When you are doing this goal, you know how much it's going to cost you. Place how much you need. How do you raise the fund? You know how that question by family. How do you want to fund it? You want to go to Tipset, you want to go to shopping mall to go. The same time, my grandchild wanted phone now. I wanted laptop. You are using one phone to text me now, which means an Android phone. So you don't need the phone. You need laptop. That's how to achieve a goal. When you are looking at, you stay there your goal. So what you can fund conveniently that will not make the one you are spending to fail. If you have a budget of 100 million, you have 50 million naira. And you don't have anybody giving you any strong promise to meet the 100 million naira. If I were you, I will technically reduce my goal to 50 million. And if it comes, I will make it flexible that I can shift to up to 70 million. So please manage your goal definition very well. Yes. Make it loud. One day you hope as people like me. Talk.
So given the economic conditions
now you are talking.
And the financial landscape of our country right now.
Yes.
How do we make sure that our plans, how do we ensure feasibility in our plans?
Feasibility.
Yes. How do we ensure that our plans are feasible and are achievable?
They are achievable very well. The first thing is you do environmental scanning. Don't forget. You do scan your environment. What are the things that are feasible that I can do now? You see, there are so many things we can do in the environment, but we don't study our environment very well. So what I would advise you to do is this. Number one, study your environment. Number two, know what you want to do. Number three, determine the risk against what you want to do. And possible challenges. What are the possible challenges I can face doing this thing? Identify them. After that, now, source for intelligence to do it. Okay, let me tell you one thing. One practical one we are doing now. Stephen is there. That young man. That young man has a vision. Come. He has a vision. What is the vision? WAEC said next year they are going to write exam on the computer. Abi? They are still debating that one. Now, many of our children in Ikirun, Obagun, Iba, many of them have not even seen desktop before. They may see computer, they may see laptop. Somebody carrying it or on television or when they are watching film. Now, he has a vision. How can we train these young ones to understand simple computer skills before that exam period comes. So he was talking to his uncle, and the uncle said, good idea, and he doesn't have shishi. Cupboard does not have. But they have that laudable idea. He came to me, I look at it, I said, this one synchronizes with what I have in mind. Don't worry. On there, that's why God factor is important. I was just praying God. As I was looking at it, I was like, God, how could I find? I can't find this one. God just dropped a name in my heart. Bam! And I told him that, I said, Steven, God has dropped one name. That's first day go. God has dropped one name. I said, that's the man's house. I will go there. And I booked an appointment. And after that, we went there. The man knows my integrity. He knows my past. He knows the kind of person I am. He said, we support you. He supported us. The little I have, my disposal, I had it. We have started. All the ones that you see that follow me, they are in that class. Even that class, we have graduates there. We have undergraduates. We have secondary school. People have started coming. He's an instructor. He invested his time. We are meeting every day. 2 o'clock this afternoon, we are meeting. Some are in class now that they are taking classes in that same program. See the way he achieved the ambition he has. So, you need connection. Talk to people. We have ghost investors that you have to identify who may buy into your idea and have interest. Like I have an idea. I need the CB center in Ikiru. And I don't get money. I send this man to go every day. Risk all you have there. And I went to greet somebody. We went over for another thing entirely. And they grabbed the man's land. The community sent me and others to go there to let him know that we will get the land back for him. You should not forget about the investment. After we have discussed, I said, Baba, I have something to say. Baba said, say it now. You give me time. The best is not to give me time to talk. When you give me time to talk, I will convince you to do it too. Oh! I told the man stories so that we don't waste our time. After my stories, the man approved. The man approved 300 complete system for us. And I had information he has placed order for it in the US. I have an ambition. I don't have money. I sold it to the man. He bought it to it. Now I'm expecting 100 computers. And when it's come, I don't have problem. This is one of the trainer. This is one of the trainers here. This is one of the trainers here. Don't have any problem again. I've achieved my ambition. So you must identify your environmental scanning is critical. When I identify my environment, I say, this one is capable, just capable. Let me talk to them. And God gave us at least integrity, no matter how small. They respect our opinion. Anywhere. Somebody else talked to the man about it, said, no, I want to talk to that professor. And he spoke with me. So those are practical examples of how we can achieve that. Let's make it fast.
Okay, how do we protect our intellectual property? And can you please distinguish and the similarities between emotion and business?
Emotion is your internal motivation to do something. Your first reaction to do something. Something that motivates and stimulates your intelligence to quickly do something. That's your emotion. Business is a deep thinking into what can bring you money. They are not emotion and business. They are not friends at all. In fact, they move like this, different way. They are inversely related. They are negatively correlated. If you are an emotional person, you are never going to be a good businessman. Because somebody came to your house. My mom have not church yesterday. I have not eaten. And he's lying. You enter one, 20,000. Another one come, 50,000. Another one come. That's why Adeleke established Spring Fund Foundation. Spring Fund Development Foundation at Ede. Because I want to job. It's too much. Just direct them to go to the foundation. Yes, please. Next. Let's make it fast.
All right, thank you very much, sir.
Of us, there are a lot of ways to make money. You people, you don't trust yourself, so you don't do teamwork. The only teamwork I see is we are who? You can come together. This one, your father has land. Your daddy has a little money. Your uncle is an agricultural, he has a poultry. your sister is selling animal feeds. You are selling one of your aunties is selling animal drugs. The 3 or 4 of you can come together and establish a small poultry. You start with about 50 birds. From there you go to 100. Because you have somebody who is interested in veterinary drugs. You have somebody whose brother is producing animal feed. You an agriculturist. The other person said he studied business administration. So why you not come together? Form a clique. Establish something. Start from small, you grow. That's why you have Livers Brothers. Livers Brothers, they start from a street one shop. And they have become what they have come today. But there is lack of trust and confidence. So there are a lot of things we can do. Whatever you can that cannot engage you physically and intellectually, don't go into it, please. How do you? This is one of it. Do what we are doing here. Then the people that I'm training computer, it's not only computer. The first lecture they had was business ethics. Business ethics. What I told them. When on the car, I told you I'm going to teach you again. Abi? What did I tell them? I'm going to teach them what? Career what? Career choice. That's how to start. From your corner, from your room, gradually. You move forward. Without taking advantage of the young ones. Yes.
Yes, good afternoon, sir. My name is Matoni Afis from Samson Wadela House. So my questions are much actually. So the number one is, what's the difference between overdraft and loan? And what are you
wait. The difference between overdraft and loan is that overdraft, they charge you interest on daily basis. Okay? And when you don't withdraw the money, they don't charge you. Okay. And you discuss ahead of time. Okay. That's overdraft. Loan is for a particular project or a particular program. And you have specific period of repayment. Next.
Second one, what is the advantage of good and bad credit?
There's nothing that is good about bad credit. When something is bad, it can never be good again. Let's move.
Is it advisable to set up a business with a loan?
It's not totally advisable 100% loan. That's what is called equity contribution. You should also have something in your hand to start something out of something. But if everything is about loan, you may run problem of payment.
Okay, I think it's first one. What's the best interest rate what's the best interest rate to save for you not to be affected from inflation?
If you want to save your money, you have to choose between rate and risk. Risk is the probability of getting your money back or not getting it. So if you are a risk averse, you don't want much risk. Treasury bill. Even if there is a civil war, you will still get your money. Okay? So that's the one. The other one, there are so many other ones. It now depends on you and what you want. But anything telling you about 50%, anything about 20% interest rate for you, be skeptical and be careful. Might be 419. Lastly.
What's the best interest that can be given to investor to set up or to invest in a business, as in the rates that can be given to investor?
What you do is this. You don't talk to investor about rate. You do cash flow. If you invest this one, we do this, we do this, we do this, we do this, we spend this, we spend this, this month we spend this, this month we spend this, this month we sell this, we sell this, we sell this. This month we make this profit, this profit, this profit, this profit. At the end, we go into profit sharing. Period. It depends on how much you want to share from the profit. But you do what is called cash flow. Don't tell anybody any rate. Yes.
Good afternoon, sir. My name is Baraka Talabi. I'm from Ryla, Samson's house. I want to ask a question. As a leader, it entails being responsible, dedicated. But in a situation that along the line you feel so overwhelmed.
Let's have it quiet, please.
You feel so overwhelmed and a lot of challenges are facing someone and you don't want to feel like going again. What are the things that we can do to overcome that situation?
What you do is this. Evaluate yourself. What are the things I was not doing right that is causing the overwhelming? In our Bible for Christians, Moses was doing everything by himself. Jethro, the father-in-law, said, appoint 70 elders assign them works to do. Every management you are doing in this world, for me as a Christian, is in the Bible. Delegation of authority. You don't want to do everything. Most time when I head a committee, I become just ordinary director. Even at ICANN level, I'm chairman of committees in ICANN. I assign people to go and do the work and they bring it to me. I review it. I say repeat it. Present it at the meeting. Fine, we pass it. I take the glory. Many of us don't know how to delegate. You want to do everything ourselves. You are not a leader. A leader is a person who motivates others to follow him to achieve an objective. A leader is a person who motivates others to participate effectively to achieve a result. A leader is a person who is able to convince others to have confidence in him, so that when he gives them assignment, they will do it. And that's what you need.
Thank you, sir. Strategic planning, can it be applied to all business?
Every place in the world.
And even if it is applied and probably in...
If you are selling charcoal.
And in the media, there is a failed business. What are the things that...
You look at my analysis, that chart. That's what is called control. Control. Control is, are you deviating from what you planned for? First month, there is a problem. You must find out and investigate the source of that problem before you proceed to second month. Let me give you an example. Babcock University, there was a time we had high capacity. 500 bed space not occupied. And by my calculation, that turns about 20 billion. So it's about 2 billion annually. And I asked myself, what do we do? We quickly bought 3 buses. I require for NYSC about 4. A regular worker about 2. Marketing unit starts. We located all private schools in Nigeria up to Maiduguri. I draw a chart. My students started driving to Kaduna, Kano, Abuja. Myself, I go to almost all the states. I appear on television and on the radio. Marketing Babcock. Today, we have 50,000 students. Our message is about 7 million. People are still bribing and struggling and boxing to go into medicine. Babcock has become household name because we review our strategy and we see where we are feeling that we don't have enough students. We have to have more students. Because without enrollment, there can never be a school. So you must know your critical success factor. There are many of you produce products. No, you don't produce products. You produce consumers. You produce consumers. You go and look at what people are looking for. What they want. Don't go and do what you know how to do and begin to impose it on them. They will not do it. Look at what is hungry them. What do they want? When MTN came, Nigeria was hungry for communication. My first, the 2 SIM cards I first bought, 2. I bought each of them 18,000. It's like talking about 500,000 now. I bought 18,000. That was the phone I bought my wife. They call it Sendo phone. Sendo. Sendo was also bought for 18,000. Me, I bought IT 10. So that week I spent about 70-something thousand. Something that could just cost me less than the 2 SIM cards are 6,000. Something today less than 500 naira. But MTN know we are hungry for it. They came. They know it is possible to give us free before Glo came in to release Nigeria from the bondage. So what I'm saying is that environmental scanning is important. What do they need in your environment? Kinafe, my junior brother served in Ozogo, served in Jalingo, and he looked around. What do they need? They don't have palm oil. He started coming here to bring palm oil to Jalingo. He built a house in GRA before he left. When they asked Christ, I said, you should come out. That's the man at AP Ring Road, beside Oniti. AP Oniti Junction, that's the guy. He was selling, he started looking at what they don't need. Electronics is very expensive there. So he will come to Lagos with the wife. Wife would load shirt, trouser, all those things, palm. He will load electronics. Later he will go through Ikiru, Igbaye, Ekosin, carry oil, palm oil. You buy palm oil that time, 5,000. You get there and sell it for 15,000. Because that's what the environment needs. When it gets around here about 5 or 6 years ago, we sat down to, what do you do here?
we conceptualize the AP station and the gas. He's the leader of gas distribution in Osogbo today. He's the leader. He just paid for another truck, which is looking at about 40 to 50 something million. That will supply an hand. A graduate of HND who said, I want to work for myself. Many of us are not prepared to look at the environment and look at what is. Even when you go to serve, do you look at the environment, or you are just running after small guests, or you are just carrying good big daddy around and say it's an enjoyment? It's not an enjoyment here. It's a year of performance. It's a year of rethinking. It's a year of refocusing. It's a year of choosing your career path. It's a year of determining what you want to become in life. Don't go and be begging for a job of 10,000 naira, 25,000 naira. Then they will still be asking you to come and meet them in the hotel because of a job of 10,000 naira. What kind of rubbish is that? You are better than that now. You are far better than that. Think. I bought kulikuli 10,000 one day from a lady who's selling kulikuli with a Lexus car. I was in AP and he came. He packaged it 1,000 in a nylon. He put ginger and something that I done by Malam. I don't know what it is. When I tasted it, I can't stop it. My classmates were holding meeting. I heard carelessly to enter. All of them asked for kulikuli. Say, okay, don't give us one you are giving us. Go and bring our own pack. I went to carry another 9. 10,000 kulikuli. God, the guy used his brain. In the booth, he has a fish, packed fish. She has a, what do I call this thing? Apple. Different kinds. When I was in school, now one of my girlfriends, what's the name again? From there, he did commercial subjects. I told him he finished there. He had been thinking business. When she finished, she just joined these people that are normally selling about something. But when it was not popular. Today, he's exporting euro to US and Ejagbe. He is exporting dry fish and the house in Osogbo. Me, I know build that. I know build that kind of house. Today, is our car better pass my car? The other one was messing up. He just sent the children to US to study. He goes to US to spend 2 weeks for leave, for thinking properly. He has a house in Abuja and the offices in Abuja. Because he look at the environment where what can he do? So no man can mess him up. So what we need to do is that please, anywhere you go, just think what advantage of this can I take? What can I take out of this place? Don't just come there. No. What do they lack? What can I produce here? What can I sell here? What can I get here? Let's go ahead. We have to talk, but the next one day we will be talking. Let's just run this thing fast.
Okay, good morning, sir.
For every question I will respond by only half a minute.
Okay.
50 seconds.
My name is Saliko.
You are allowed to ask only 2 questions, maximum.
My name is Saliko Lawali, and my question is centered on the strategic financial planning.
Yes.
One of the points you made mention of was environmental scanning.
It's what I've been talking about since.
Yes. I wanted to ask if advertisement strategy can be used in lieu of it, because
before you advertise, what do you want to advertise?
The product.
What is the product? Do they need it? You see, you can advertise, fine, but do you scan what they really need? And when you scan what, let me give you one example. I have a friend. That my friend has a house in Ekero. To collect the rent is a problem, and he wants to build another one. And I said, build in Ekero. He said, no, I can't build in Ekero. No, he went to Okuku, and he saw that a room in Okuku, an hostel room, storeroom in Okuku, is 250. A room self-contained, before you collect the 100,000, it's only first rent that you get to. The remaining one, you will be running after the agents. The Baba said, I want to do hostel in Okuku. And Baba is doing hostel in Okuku now. The first one, he collect the 4 million one day. After they finish the hostel, he painted, make it look good. And he got a very good agent who was also a scholar, an estate manager scholar, who is a lecturer at estate. After they paid him 1 million, 4 million. Ma'am, he said, can you see my life now? He came out, we run after agents. After the, and it's 1 year. Second rate now is going to be due very soon by May. We will be looking for another palm. Environmental scanning. When you look at Okuku, that's what they need there. That's the challenge, because Okuku, the university is there. And they accredited them more programs this year, about 4 additional programs. And these students will come in for the next 4 years.
So in the next 4 or 5 years, he will collect all his money, no? With that. In fact, the first one he did, it was the first hostel he did, 150. The second one, Baba made it 250. Yes, 250. And they are boxing themselves to enter the rooms. Environmental scanning. What can you take from the environment? They will be looking for you. They will say, where is that guy? We need him. Do you understand? God bless you. Yes.
Yeah, thank you, sir. My name is Okoyemi from Olumide Glory House. My question is...
Opsi is talking.
Earlier, June 26 this year, the federal government signed a new tax law, which we have personal income tax, company income tax, the federal added tax, and the tax identification number, which will become effective from January 1, 2026. Which means that if any Nigerian did not have TIN, they will not be able to operate their bank account. Now, here is the question. Is it that once they deduct the money from our personal account, for example, I'm a business owner, and you know that at state level, they also collect tax from the citizen as well.
Let me help you. I know where you're going. Let me help you. Yeah, listen carefully. When they have to have a tax identification number, it's not that government will be deducting your money from your bank account without your knowledge. They can never do it. It's criminal. Nobody will go to your account and draw your money. But it's embarrassing that in Africa, Nigeria is one of the worst countries when it comes to data. We don't have data on our people. We don't have data. People are making hell of money. They don't know what other people. Many people are cheating the country too much. Not you. They are not looking for you. There are some rich guys that are supposed to pay at least 1 billion a year as tax that they are not even paying up to 10 million. So it's not your account that they are running after. How much are they going to collect from them? You make a prompt of 1 million naira. What will they do with your million naira? Or you make a prompt of even 100 million naira. The federal government, you are not making money. For the state government and federal government are being harmonized. So it's one tax identification we're using. I have my own TIN number. Please, we have to. Can you do something? Do you have a WhatsApp group for everybody here? Can you temporarily add me to it? And then drop the many questions. I will answer it after this beautiful lady.
Alright, my name is Simon Fatou Balogun from
the next speaker is waiting. I don't want to be very, very unreasonable.
Okay, sir. In case of emergency in a business finance, emergencies like disaster, in a business finance that already had a loan, how do we manage that?
The question is, what brought the crisis?
Disaster.
What kind of disaster?
Let's take a business like building, construct houses, like somebody that build house to rent, or somebody that build house. Okay, yes, let me put it like this. I built a house to rent. So I already took loan to do the finishing and everything. So unfortunately, our house all catch fire. So some places or some part of the house now burns. How do I manage?
Thank you very much. Number one, if you are a business person per se, you're supposed to insure that house. If you insure the house, they must pay you back. It's a must. If you are comprehensive insurance, they must pay you back. It's a must. That's number one. Number two, you borrow money, take picture of the house, go to your bank manager, take him there, we have crisis. Let us restructure. If I were you, know what I will do? Look at this house. I need more money from you to be able to pay the one I have taken over. The house has burned down. Without more money to repair it and let them be occupied, I cannot get money. Borrow me more money, pending insurance, extend the year of payment. If it's 2 years, 3 years, make it 5 years payment. Then you can get your money.
I would love to know what motive, because while they were reading your citation, I'm not the only one excited. I saw a lot of us who were excited, and I would love to know what motivates you. When you said it, that your mother died when you were 9. I cannot relate a lot, but I could imagine a lot of struggles. Yes, when you were facing them, what do you look up to? How do you manage?
Thank you. It's a good question, but the best question. That question is a lecture for another day, but I will give you 2 minutes because you have another speaker here. When you are growing up, have a strategic plan for your life. I determined I want to break chain of poverty in my family. I came from a very, very poor background. I wanted to do medicine. You hear they said I was best student in chemistry. But when I study environment and I look at my parents, this man will not eat chop from my salary. I changed to accountancy. And I focus it very, very well. Very, very well. You must discipline yourself. When I wanted to write my A-level, listen very carefully, no exaggeration before God and man. I was reading for at least 14 hours per day. For almost 6 weeks. 14 hours per day. I was reading. You hear that I made 5.5 cumulative GPA. God helped me. But I was also determined. God really helped me. I was humble. Very, very humble in the class. Now, no lecturer will even look at me and say, this one should not get an A. I'm not an excellently brilliant kid. I'm not a super brilliant person. That is the truth. But I'm a strategist. And I trust God to support me. Please just determine what you want to do. Be focused, discipline yourself, and continue. That ICANN exam. Each time I finish my final exam, the day I return, I will spend for 1 day. The following morning, I started reading for another one. I assume I failed. But luckily, I passed. Thank you, and God bless you.
Ryla, we, va. Fellow Rylarians, we have to appreciate our guest speaker. And it is on this note that I would love to invite our immediate past district governor, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Rotarian Barrister Saramjin Kayode Ololagba, and step forward to present our token of appreciation to our dear guest speaker. Professor.
Ryla, we o. Guest lecturer, our home brother, Professor Sunday Wulabi. He's from Ikirun. If every community has somebody like him, all our community will be great. He's seen to educational advancement of Ikirun. He's in charge of educational development and programs in the whole of Ikirun. Even in spite of the fact that Ikirun does not have an over presently, but is steadfast, dedicated, and committed to the educational advancement of the young people of Ikirun, to ensure that Ikirun continue to retain its prime place in the scheme of things. You will all agree with me that the presentation I has made here today is highly enriching. Did you enjoy his lecture or not? And it's on this note, sir, on behalf of our district governor, as a token of our appreciation for your coming here today to make this eye-opening presentation, I present to you this award plaque. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I want to appoint a PA for him to be receiving all this item on his behalf. This is the cap that was made for all the participants and officials of this program. This is your home copy. Here is. Give that to your PA. Here is collapsible boiling kettle, electric kettle. This is the bag made for all participants. And this is the bag we used in our district conference we held recently to show our appreciation to you for coming, for honoring our invitation, and for making impactful presentation here. Thank you, sir. We appreciate you, sir.
Ryla, wa. Without. Let us use this to usher the guest speaker out. Let us rise up and say, Baba o, Baba o, Baba o. Olúwa dá bàbá sí fún wa. Baba o, Baba o, Baba o. Olúwa dá bàbá sí fún wa. Again. Baba o, Baba o, Baba o. Olúwa dá bàbá sí fún wa. Baba o, Baba o, Baba o. Olúwa dá bàbá sí fún wa. You can have your seat, please. Thank you very much, distinguished fellow Rotarians, dear Rylarians. We have the speaker for the fourth plenary in our midst already, and of course, we have no reason to waste much of our time. But before I invite him, permit me to quickly give a recognition to our district governor nominee. Fellow Rotarians, friends and guests, please put your hands together for Rotarian Dolu Oyeyola. Thank you for joining us, sir. And of course, we have the guest speaker for the fifth plenary in our midst as well. Distinguished Rotarians, please put your hands together for Rotarian Dr. Past President Razak Akintunde Akindele. The Razak Akindele House. Is it the best way you can greet your sponsor? It will interest you that Rotarian Akindele is the Executive Secretary of Osun Health Insurance Agency, OSHA. And of course, I understand we have some of his entourage from the same agency as well. I can see pharmacist Igbalaye, if I'm not mistaken. Dr. Igbalaye, sorry please, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, I have the correct list now. Fellow Rotarians, friends and guests, please put your hands together for pharmacist Olasunkan Bisumonu. He's the director of program OSHA. Pharmacist Olasunkan Bisumonu is also a past president of Rotary Club of Osogbo. And of course, we have in our midst Dr. Shino Igbalaye. He's the director of standard and quality assurance. OSHA. And of course, we have Mrs. Fumilayo Jerry Adetoro, the Director of Admin and Supply. And of course, Mr. Shino Abioye, Deputy Director, DSQA OSHA. Mr. Shegun Odewumi, yes, the Information Officer, OSHA. And Mr. Saliwa Adeboju, the Personal Assistant to Executive Secretary. He's also a past president of Rotary Club of Osogbo Metro. Thank you for joining us. Yes, moving straight to the fourth plenary. Fellow Rotarians, dear Rylarians, please put your hands together as I call to come on stage our dear district governor nominee, Rotarian, past president, past district secretary, Dolu Oyeyola. He will be taking us through effective public speaking and presentation skills.
Ryla, it's so good to be here. It was my plan to have come here yesterday, but unfortunately, I could not make it because of other engagements. Some of you will know that the district governor is in Kwara State right now, so we needed to make sure that he meets us, ready to receive him. So I sincerely apologize to you that I have not been with you before now. But you can see that I'm already representing Ryla. I already have your cap on. I only wish that maybe I'll be able to stay over and join you in the hostels. Camp Commandant. No water. And we'll manage it together. Thank you so much. I have about 30 to 40 minutes to speak to us on effective public speaking and presentation skills. And before I start, I just want to say, I want to ask, how many houses do we have? 1, 2, 6 houses. Great. Wow. All right. Can we please put our hands together? Thank you so much. So in case when I finish speaking, you people refuse to clap, I've already collected my clap before I started. Thank you. Sir, do you have my slides? Thank you so much. Next one, please. All right, so the topic we are going to be taking in the next about 30 minutes, so that we'll allow 10 minutes for questions, is effective public speaking and presentation skills. Now, I do not lay claim to being an exceptional public speaker, but what I've tried to do is just put together what other renowned public speakers have said about being an effective public speaker and try to, pass it across to us so that we can all learn together. The theme for this Ryla is preparing young leaders to lead beyond borders. And my hope, my desire is that by the end of our time together, we would have gained 1 or 2 things that will make us even better leaders beyond borders. Right, so I've been introduced. My name is Dolu Oyeyola. I'm a member of the Rotary Club of Ilorin Metro. I've served that club as president and in other capacities. And currently I'm the district governor nominee for our dear district 9126. Thank you so much. Yeah, so next slide. Right, so these are our learning objectives. This is very key. You see, if you don't know where you are going, you are likely, to miss the road. So at the end of our time together, these are the 3 things we want to achieve. We want to be able to review the basic elements of preparing and delivering effective public presentation. Now, take note that we said effective public presentation. You can make presentation, you can make speeches, and then you don't achieve your aim. So for it to be effective, you need to actually be able to achieve the goal that you set out to do. If it is to educate, if it is to inform, if it is to motivate or inspire, your goal needs to be achieved. Second, we want to know delivery skills. Presentation, public speaking is a skill. No doubt some people, have the natural talent to speak, but the essential thing to know is that public speaking is a skill that all of us can learn, all of us can be a master of. And then thirdly, we want to be able to increase our confidence in all types of public speaking. I tell you that the
the single most, how do I put it, problem about public speaking for a lot of us is confidence. It's not that we don't know what to say, it's not that we don't know how to say it, but a lot of us have this challenge of standing in front of a crowd and addressing the crowd. And so that's why we want to talk about confidence. So, why is public speaking so feared? Why do we fear public speaking so much? Do we have another microphone? Do we? Another microphone, okay. So, raise your hands if you have any idea. Why do we fear public speaking so much? Does anybody want to say something? Yeah, there's a lady over there. Can I get a mic to her, please? Okay, please step forward so that you can. Any other person wants to try after her, we'll just take two. Okay, that's another person.
Yeah, no, sir, my name is Matomi Hafiz. Maybe probably Matomi Hafiz. Yes, the person might have low self-esteem.
Great, thank you so much.
Fear of being judged.
Fear of being judged. Great. You want to say something?
Stage phobia.
Stage phobia. Beautiful. Okay, I have one hand up there. Let me just take that. And then, yes.
Fear of being rejection.
Fear of being rejected. So, obviously, okay, yeah, so let me take that. The gentleman in red.
I think one of major problems that are not being addressed, why public speaking is so feared, is that we have stammerers, whether little or chronic. It's also part of why public speaking.
All right, so that means that person is also, fearful of being rejected or being ridiculed. So it's good. We all have, a wonderful idea of why public speaking is so fair. But you see, I'll share some statistics with you. It's so funny. Can we go to the next slide, please? A survey conducted in 1973 indicated that 41% of the class surveyed feared, the number one fear they had was public speaking. So 2,500 people, were assessed, and they were asked, what do you fear most in the world? 41% of them said public speaking. You know the funny part? Only 19% said they fear death. So, more people fear public speaking than death itself. Can you imagine? But see, like I said earlier, public speaking is a skill. We all can learn it. We all can be the master of public speaking. And the first thing is to cross that barrier of the fear of public speaking. Because of our time, I'm just only going to go into two aspects of how we can effectively cross that barrier and become better public speakers. Delivery, presentation. So see, I said that some people have a natural flair. How many football fans do we have here? Football fans. Great. How many supports Ronaldo? Seriously. How many supports Messi? Alright, great. So, you see, why I'm making this analogy is this. A lot of us will agree that Messi is somebody that has a natural flair for football. Right? Ronaldo maybe not so much, but they're almost on the same par. Because Ronaldo puts in the work. What that means is, regardless of the natural flair, the natural talent that you have, you can be on that same level if you're ready to put in the work. Some are pushed to it by circumstances. Right? You find somebody that's one way, wobbly and fumbly, he finds himself studying law, and then before you know what's happening, he has to start addressing the courts and things like that. Or you find somebody that joins Rotary because maybe he attended Ryla. And having served so well, they say, okay, come and be our president. The minute you become a president, definitely you are going to have to address a crowd. So circumstances. And then some just want it. But regardless of your reason or your talent, anything, what I say is that all can master public speaking. So you can move from the image I have on my left to the image I have on the right. Do you believe that? Do you believe that? All right. So, two critical aspects, like I said. I'm just going to dwell on that, and we'll see how far it takes us. Preparation and delivery. Very, very important. And they are equally as important. One is as equally important as the other. 90% of the successes of a public speech is based on your preparation. You may have just 30 minutes to speak, but I tell you, you may take 1 month to prepare. If you really want your speech, your presentation to be effective, preparation is very, very key. And then when you cross that barrier, then you need to know the nitty-gritty of delivery. There are, subtle tips and, keys that you may want to know and then be able to use when you deliver your speeches. So let's go into preparation quickly. Next slide, please. Yeah. See, Mark Twain, how many of us know Mark Twain? Mark Twain is a popular, writer, an English writer, very popular in the early 1900s. He has this to say: it usually takes no more than 3 weeks to prepare a good impromptu speech. Can you see that, that contrast? It's supposed to be an impromptu speech. I'm calling you to say, give us a speech right there on the spot. But he says it takes no more than 3 weeks. It just drives home the importance of preparation. The only way you can be good at this thing is to prepare. You must prep before you present. So some of the things you need to know in preparing is there are kinds of speeches. The way you are going to prepare for a motivational speech, for example, is not the same way you are going to prepare to introduce a great speaker, for example, or to deliver a call for action. There are different nuances. So the first thing you need to know when you take that topic to deliver is, what kind of speech is this? I identified some motivational speeches, inspirational, informational, a call to action, even an eulogy. If you want to eulogize somebody, you see the way the immediate past district governor, spoke so beautifully about the last speaker. Can you try and contrast the difference in the way that was delivered and the way the last speaker delivered his own presentation? And you begin to see that there are, differences, there are nuances. So the first thing to do is to know this topic that I've been called to present. What kind of speech is it? So that you try to tailor your preparation towards what you want to achieve. Now, what characteristics should a speaker have to best present? And what I want us to do here, can we all see the screen? Can we see what's written there? No, yes. Can it be enlarged? Is it possible? Levite, is it? But when you enlarge, it will be difficult to slide, right? Sorry, let's just enlarge this. I need us to be able to see this. So I identified some of these characteristics. What I want us to do is to see which characteristics fit, what kind of speech, right? So let's see if it can be enlarged a bit so that a lot more of us can see what is being written there. Don't worry, we're giving you a countdown. 5 seconds. 4, 3. Kazi Jet is on balance. right, if it's not possible, let's just go back there and then we'll see. Exactly. We'll see how I can, speak to it so that we can all be on the same page. Okay. All right. So we can remember the kind of speeches that I said: motivational, inspirational, introductory, eulogy, things like that. Now, if you have this characteristic, you have sufficient information or knowledge about a topic. What characteristics do you think would best, what speech do you think this characteristic will best suit? Anyone? Somebody that has sufficient information and knowledge about a topic will be giving what kind of speech about that topic? Is it motivational? Is it informational? Anyone? Informational. Chorus answer, but correct. If what you are best at is entertainment, what kind of speech do you think, what kind of presentation do you think that would suit? Entertainment also, beautiful. So somebody like, what's it called now? This comedian, Basket Mouth, and stuff like that, would probably want to give you a comic show, a comedy show, and entertain you. You'd all laugh and have fun. If your particular characteristic is to reduce conflict and misunderstanding, what kind of speech do you think that would suit? Peace? Yes, great. Peace, conflict resolution, because that's your skill. And then like that. If what you are able to do is to persuade people, is to sell, we are talking marketing, right? And then, look at the last one. If what you are very good at is introducing, a guest speaker or presentation, obviously you are going to be talking of an introductory speech, right? So let's try and move to the next slide. Thank you. Is that the next one? All right. So, also very important, when you are called to speak, and sometimes you have the opportunity to pick a topic. So, a Rotary club president says to you, oh, in November we want to have a guest speaker, and we want you to come and talk to our members, pick any topic you want, and things like that. What are the 2 key things you quickly think about? The relevance of whatever topic you want to deliver. You do not say that, oh, because I am a doctor, I'm going to go there and go and tell them about hepatitis B. If the crowd is not going to, if that topic is not relevant to your audience, please don't go into it. Forget, public speaking is not about the presenter, it's about the audience. So you need to know what is relevant to your audience and then pick a topic of high interest. I'm sure when we looked through the program of Ryla, we were also, excited. We looked forward to one topic or the other. There were particular things that caught our attention because we had that, interest. The team was very particular about selecting the topics that will be discussed at Ryla in line with the theme of Ryla, high interest. They will not bring topics that don't have any appeal, to this particular audience. But then, there are times when you don't have the opportunity of being the one to say, this is what I want to talk about. And then you just have a topic given to you, like the chair gave to me. And when that happens, think of parts. Part is a very easy mnemonic to remember. The purpose, like I said, what makes a public speech effective is achieving your goal. So think about it. What is the goal of this topic that you've been given? When you know the purpose, recognize the audience that you are delivering it to. And after all of that is said and done, know the time that is allowed. A grave mistake any public speaker would make is to go beyond the time that has been allotted. You are going to bore your audience. And regardless of whatever advantages that come from your speech in the first part of it, that second part that you use to cross the time, you are going to lose them. So parts, think of parts. Now, very importantly in your preparation is research. You have to be the master of the topic that you are presenting. That's the only thing that gives you the right to talk about it to other people. Dale Carnegie is one speaker that I'll keep quoting and quoting and quoting because he's one of the pioneers of public speaking. Some of us may have come across his book. He says that there are 3 essentials to a great speech. I didn't bother to go into the last 2. We'll do that later. But the first one is that you must have earned the right to make that speech. How do you earn the right? You have to possess more knowledge on the subject than your audience. That's the only thing that qualifies you to speak. Now, at the time the topic is given to you, you don't necessarily need to be an expert. And that's the role of preparation. You must do your research. You must go beyond the ordinary so that you become so comfortable with the topic that you're about to present. Someone says that the only way to know that you are very comfortable with the topic is to be able to explain it very, very simply. So when you get to that level that you can pass your message across fluently without stress, then you are approaching that level of knowledge or expertise. A past district governor, Bill Palmer, he served in year 2010, 2011, bridging bridges. He says that speak only about subjects about which you are thoroughly familiar. See, if you are called to deliver a speech and you think it's a topic that you are not so comfortable with, maybe you start your research and you see that it's not flowing. Don't have any hang-up about telling those that invited you to see, can we amend this topic a bit? Or can we get somebody that is better suited? Because if you talk about a topic that you are not very, very comfortable and familiar with, you may run into problems, a whole lot of problems. And so take this advice. Speak only about subjects about which you are thoroughly familiar. You must know your material. It's very key when you're preparing. Next slide, please. You must know your audience. I like this quote so much by Ken Hammer. He says that designing a presentation without an audience in mind is like writing a love letter and addressing it to whom you may concern. I mean, can you think about that? You just receive, maybe you open your drawer and then you get a letter from XYZ addressed to whom it may concern. It doesn't make sense. Because a love letter has to talk about, characteristics of the object of that love and affection. But when you say to whom it may concern, it falls flat. It has no meaning. So maybe the person that receives it is a dark-skinned person, and then you start praising that, oh, you are so fair like the sun, you are this and that, you are bright like sunlight, and then the dark person is looking like kilo belly. So that is exactly what it means. Please go back. That is exactly what it means. When you want to deliver, you must know your audience and speak to your audience, speak to their interest, speak to what matters to your audience. Next, please. You cannot emphasize this enough. And there are different ways. You must practice and practice and practice. Whether you are a beginner in public speaking or you are an expert, an accomplished public speaker, you still practice. There are different ways. You can have a friend, sit with you, deliver, do like a rehearsal, deliver the speech to that friend and let that friend critique you, saying, oh, you should have done this, you should have done that, and things like that. Or you can use a mirror if you feel a bit shy about having somebody critique you directly. You can stand in front of a mirror and see what your presentation looks like. But importantly, do not ever present a speech without rehearsing that speech. At least 3 times. Honestly speaking, you are going to find out that every time you practice and rehearse, you will make changes that will only make your presentation a lot better. So you can use a mirror, you can ask friends, and Dale Carnegie, I told you I'll keep referring to him, says that practicing tends to remove all fear of audiences. Because when you stand up there, you are repeating something that you have said 7, 8, 9 times. So it's easier for you to pass your message across. Practice is something you definitely have to do in preparing to develop, to present a speech. So, I've left, your preparation for your speech. I haven't addressed those key points. I want to talk about delivery now. There are always 3 speeches. The one you practice, the one you gave, and the one you wish you gave. See, if you know this, you will not have any hang-ups about the delivery of your speech. Even accomplished public speakers would tell you after stepping off stage that, oh, I wish I had added this, or I wish I didn't say this, or I wish I said it this way. So despite all of the preparation, the skills, everything you mastered, and all of that, your speech can always be better. So don't have that fear, like, oh, my speech is not going to be well received, and things like that. It's a learning process. And like I said to you, even accomplished speakers wish they had done some things differently. So it's not a problem if you step off stage and you feel, oh, I probably should have cracked a joke at some point, or I probably should have started with a story, or things like that. But importantly, be ready, be prepared. Now, length. Never exceed the time that you are given. We've said this. It's a no-no as far as public speaking is concerned. It is a no-no. The minute someone starts walking up to you with a piece of paper to say, yes, sir, you have 2 minutes more, it's a problem. Because one of the things it's going to do is that it's going to distract you. Now you have set ideas that you wanted to pass across, but then you have lost time and you want to quickly rush through it, or you are thinking, oh, which one would I say, which one would I drop, and things like that. So the way you can do that is to place a watch or a clock in front of you, so that you refer to it. You have 30 minutes, and then you know that you started at 11:45, so you are looking at it, it's 12, you have 15 more minutes, and things like that. In fact, I strongly recommend that when you are practicing, when you are rehearsing, just take yourself through. For example, this slide is about 31 slides or so. So have it at the back of your mind that, oh, I have 30 minutes. So I'm going to use 1 minute per slide. Do that in practice. And then when you come to deliver, you are going to find that it just flows. Be able to condense or expand. You have to be very flexible. Because sometimes you have been told that you have, for example, I've been told that I have 1 hour. I looked up at the program, I saw that I have 45 minutes. The gentleman that introduced me said, but if you can help us do it in 30 minutes. So you need to be flexible. You must be able to either condense it or expand. Because sometimes they will come to you and say, the next speaker, has no hold up. She for the next 15 minutes before the person comes. So you need to be able to either expand or condense. It's part of the skill you need to learn. Now, this is quite important. Your voice, the tone. It will surprise you to know that when you talk, when you reason the impact on the audience, the words that are coming out of your mouth has just how many? 7%. So all these things that I'm saying, the words that you are hearing, the impact experts have said has on you, the audience, is just 7%. In contrast, what carries more weight? The voice tone, the modulation, when you raise your voice, when you pause, when you speak slowly. Those things have a 38% impact on you. And then the largest of them all is body movements. The way you move your body, the way you gesticulate, the way you turn, these things have more impact than even the words that are coming out of your mouth. So you find that the same words I'm saying, if I just stood here like this and then I start to recite them like the same monotone, maybe half of the hall would have been sleeping by now. So have this at the back of your mind. When you talk, communicate with your body, communicate with your voice, not just the words. Because those two things, your body movements, your voice tones, make a greater impact on your audience. Next, please. How many people remember this event? How many people? You remember? Where was this? MBA conference. And you remember the backlash on this His Excellency now. Your dress. Thank you. I was at this conference and I can tell you I barely remember anything this gentleman said. But I remember very, very well. This is canvas. I remember it very, very well. He took away from all the presentations, that he did. So very key when you are addressing a crowd, and that's why you should know your audience. At least one level above your audience. That's what your dressing should be. That's what your appearance should be. Be particular about it. Now, your opening is very key. After we've done all of these things, you know all of these keys, when you actually step up there to present, the way you open is very key. If you do not catch your audience's attention in the first 5 to 10 minutes, that speech is as good as done. It's as good as done. The first few minutes will set the tone of what you're about to deliver. You must make a very conscious effort to connect with your audience. It can be in so many ways. You can connect with them by letting them see you as one of them. You can connect with them by letting them see you as superior to them. And you can connect with them by letting them see you as inferior. Whichever works for the audience that you are addressing. But one thing you must do is have a connection with your audience. Now, this is very important. Despite the fact that you are addressing a crowd, every person in that crowd is hearing you individually. So you are not talking to a faceless crowd. You are not talking to a nebulous group. You are talking to one individual after the other. The only difference is that they have the opportunity to all hear you at the same time. So speak like you are speaking to somebody and not just to anybody. Does that make sense to us? The crowd that you see, the audience in front of you, is made up of individuals. Connect and speak to those individuals. Now, Tracy Marquette says this, and I find it very, very useful a lot of times. You need to be very clear and concise about what you want to deliver. So when you start, tell the audience, this is the way she puts it, let me just read it. Tell them what you are going to tell them. We are going to do so, and so, and so, and so. Tell them that thing. And then when you are finished telling them that thing, Tell them what you told them. This is very, very key to effectiveness. See, there are a lot of times when you deliver a lot of points, and it's possible that some of your points get missing. Now, the way to make it effective and to make sure that you are achieving your goal is at the start, direct your audience's attention to what is important that you want them to do. Do you remember that we started with our learning objectives? Right? So, that was directing our attention to what we want to learn together. And then all of the things I'm going to talk about is me speaking to those things. And you will find that at the end, we will go back. Because I will need to tell you what I have just gone through. Very key. Next slide, please. Your closing. You need to close in a way that your audience wants more. It's not, you see what I said now, 9 minutes more. They have started problem. And they told me 1 hour. Is this fair to all concerned? Thank you very much. The crowd is with me, or the audience is with me. So we finish when I finish. See, leave your audience wanting more. The best delivered speeches ends with a spontaneous applause or standing ovation or whatever. Because you have delivered to your audience something that they appreciate and they want even more of. It won't happen all the time, no worries. But let that be your goal. If you have started with a story, sometimes, to make your presentation interesting, you kickstart it with a story. Make sure that you don't leave that story hanging. At the end, close the story so that we know why you gave us that story, what it speaks to. Next slide, please. You need to make your audience feel good. A hungry audience, a bored audience is not going to help you deliver an effective speech. So if what you want to do is use jokes, humor, or tell stories, or quotes, whatever is going to entertain them and engage them, please make sure that you make your audience happy to listen to you. Engage your audience. These are little skills. You have seen them being done, but you probably did not note that they had particular uses. So when the speaker starts to say, how many people, this, you raise hands, it's engaging the audience. It's making sure that, we have a participatory engagement with each other. And it's very key. Because when you engage your audience, they are rooting for you. They want you to do the best because they want to get the best. So, you may ask questions, you may have to show of hands, and be very, very clear about making sure that the way you engage suits your audience. Because I did not know, how this all will be set up and all of that, in my head I had this mind that, okay, if it is possible, I would like to have, us divided into groups and have like a group study and stuff. But when I went at the hall, I found out that it just would not work here. So you need to be able to tailor how you engage to your audience. You don't just come from home thinking, I'll divide everybody into a group. And then you get there and you find that that's not possible. Be prepared. Now, if you need to use notes or you need to use props, maybe things you want to demonstrate with, like this gentleman has the atlas and things like that, or the globe, you need to be particular about test running them. If you are going to use props, don't just call ahead and say, please get me a thermometer and a stethoscope because I will use it to make a demonstration. You need to test it ahead because, it may just fail. And then you are going to have several issues. If you have audiovisuals, please rehearse it ahead of time. Practice with it and make sure that it's working. These days, there is no way you are going to do a presentation without using technology and things like that. Technology can disappoint. So do not rely 100% on technology. Yes, it will assist, it will help, but don't rely 100% on it. Someone says that use it like a drunk man. If you see a drunk man walking around and touching, okay, we really don't have lamppost here, maybe touching the wall and all of that. He's not using it as illumination. He's using it instead for support. So do not place 100% reliance on the tech you want to use. Use it rather as a guide, because it may fail. Now, if we don't get any other thing from all the turanchi that I've been speaking, I want you to know some of the characteristics of an ineffective speaker. Ineffective speakers, typically, they are very vague and incoherent. They talk for 30 minutes and you really cannot find out what we're talking about. They use crowded, unclear visual aids, maintain poor eye contact, or spend all the time reading the speech like they were talking to themselves. Sometimes they give a hurried, nervous presentations. They do not communicate the purpose of the talk. Like I said, tell them what you want to tell them, and then tell them what you have told them. They speak in a dull, sleep-inducing monotone. So don't come to me and say, that's my voice, that's how I speak. And then you do a public presentation, I mean, you're just not going to communicate. And then they give too much information. Information is good, but too much of it will make no meaning. So we now know what an ineffective speaker will do. Can we read together what an effective speaker would do? Next slide, please. Can we take this together? 2, 3, 4, 5. There's more. Next slide, please. 6, 7, 8, 9, enunciate clearly, and 10. They will share these slides with you, I presume. If you don't pick any other thing, just take these notes. And when you are preparing to give a public speech, let it be like a guide for you. Finally, I go back to what Dave Carnegie said, that you must earn the right to speak. This last two talks about your mindset. If you have this mindset before, during, and even after your presentation, I can guarantee you, you cannot go wrong. Be enthusiastic and passionate, excited about that subject. It's going to show in your presentation. So that mindset is something you must cultivate. And be enthusiastic about the opportunity. It's an opportunity given to you to address a group of people about a particular topic. So be happy about it. Take it as an advantage. Take it as an opportunity that you are given the chance to speak to that audience that day, like I have been given the chance to speak to all of you today. Learning objectives, finally. Can we go through them together and see if we have been able to achieve them? Review basic elements of preparing and delivering effective public presentation. Have we been able to do that? Have we been able to know some delivery skills? And have we been able to increase a bit our confidence in types of public speaking? Oh yeah, clap for the speaker.
You are still clapping, please. Before we appreciate him, let's quickly take questions and answers. Just 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. And thank you so much, Speaker. Thank you for making justice to this topic. Thank you very much. My first question is, you said during opening, you said we should try to connect with our audience. So I want to ask, what if it is an online public speaking? How do we connect with our audience? And secondly, then how do we engage with our audience online? Thank you.
Good afternoon, sir. My question goes thus: how can someone handle a situation whereby, like, the person has a phobia and then was called out to take a presentation or for the first time? So how can we handle that kind of situation?
Thank you very much, sir. Okay, my question is, which is more important? Is it the content of the speech or the way you deliver the speech?
Good afternoon, sir. Thank you for your lecture. My question is, in a situation where your audience is older than you, are you still supposed to act like you're higher than them, or you're supposed to respect them in a way? How do you balance that, and how do you draw the line between respect and being higher than the crowd? Thank you.
Let me first start by saying to everyone, thank you. You see, I say thank you because from the questions that have come to me, I know that this is one topic that is important to you, and that the last 35 minutes we spent together is not a waste, either for you or for myself. Thank you so much. I will attempt to, speak to some of these questions. Now, the first person asked about the psychological workings of public speaking. He must be a sociology. Are you studying sociology or you study sociology? Because you started giving us sociological, concepts. So, it is true. But for me, I would say remember 2 key things. Your speech is about the audience, not about you. The way I say it is crowd over self. So psychologically, you need to start to tune. You see, why some speakers have problems is because they spend a lot of time thinking about themselves. How are they going to perceive me? How are they going to receive my talk? What if they laugh at me? You are thinking of me. It brings you down. Think instead of the audience that you want to impart on. Young adults, illiterates, young children. How do I make a difference with the little time I have to talk to them? When that mindset begins to go this way, you would find that you are no longer worried about those things that were psychologically bringing you down. The next thing I want to say to you is that, except for maybe 1 or 2 people that maybe you have a personal problem with, when you step up to speak, the majority of the people want you to do well. And that's the truth. When you have the opportunity to speak publicly, 95% of those listening to you want you to do well because they want to benefit from what you are saying. Only if you have enemies, maybe 1 or 2, that you've had fight with, Those are the people that will go fuck up. But every other person, that's why they are sitting down and looking at you. They want to gain from you. So let that give you confidence to start with. They want you to be successful. So go ahead and be successful. These two things will help you psychologically. Now, how do we adapt to different cultural and social concepts? We've talked about this, and it has to do with your presentation. That's why you need to know your audience. For example, in talking today, a lot of times I spoke Yoruba, just to, connect. Because I know the majority of the audience today understands Yoruba. So if I have the opportunity to present this same thing in Ghana, and then I start to speak Yoruba, what do you think is going to happen? I mean, you lose that audience. So, social, cultural, you need to prepare ahead and know the idiosyncrasies, the peculiar circumstances of the audience that you are speaking, to. So there's a question that says, okay, how do you improvise if there are technical issues like slides and all that? Like I said, don't rely 100% on technology. If today the Levite has failed us with slides, I have the slides on my phone, I have it on my laptop. My laptop is also fully charged. I have also sent it to the chair of Ryla. So I have already prepared for my plan B, C, D in case A fails. So for technology, just prepare and be ready that it may fail. So that you are not caught unawares when or if it actually fails. During the course of the presentation, we were trying to enlarge and things like that, and then we had a bit of glitch. We had to quickly maneuver and say, okay, don't worry, just go back. We'll be saying it with our mouse. By the time he brought it forward, we were not able to really draw the line I wanted to draw, so we ran over it very quickly, and then we'll move on. So be ready for things like that, because they may happen. In fact, they will happen once you give speeches, over and over again. How do you connect or engage with an online audience? That's a wonderful question. You see, until very recently, I didn't like online presentations because I always feel like I'm talking to myself. You open the laptop, you will talk. You will not see whether they are looking at you or they are answering you or nothing. It was very, very frustrating for me. But then, about 2-3 months ago, we invited one gentleman to speak to us on public image during our monthly learning series last month. And then the guy did something that I was like, okay, this can work. It was a Zoom presentation, and he asked questions and asked us to respond on the chat box. At some point, he asked that we should all put on our videos, and he wanted to take a picture of the screen and things like that. So those are some of the techniques you can use to know that your online audience is listening to you, and you engage them. You go ahead and ask them questions. Just give them the online alternative of being able to answer you. So they cannot raise up their hands physically or answer you physically, but they can answer virtually. Either with chats. If you say unmute and talk, it may become rowdy. Because 3-4 people may unmute at the same time, and then you don't know who is talking and all of that. So that's why we say use the chat box. Another tool that I found very, very useful is you can use a poll. It means you need to prepare that poll ahead. If you want to, ask a yes or no question and things like that, be ready and just throw up a poll in the chat box. And you see people start to click yes, no, yes, no. Immediately on your dashboard, you start seeing the percentages rising. 10% for yes, 90% for no, like that. So use those tools to engage your online audience. Okay, so when you have to talk, how do you handle phobia? I will take you back to what Mark Twain said. He says, it will take you up to 3 weeks to prepare for an impromptu speech. So, if you have a phobia, if you have difficulty with effective public presentations, start to practice now. Start to assume that, see, tomorrow as I'm going to class, they are going to ask me to stand up and talk. So don't wait until that time. Start to prepare. The only way, the best way of overcoming the problem of public speaking is to prepare. So if you know that you already have that challenge, don't wait until the day somebody tells you, stand up and address us. Start to prepare that what if tomorrow I'm asked to make a presentation? How best would I do it? I listen to a lot of rap. I don't know if any other person does here too. Who does rap? Great. Most of the impromptu raps, this and all of that you hear rappers do, they've practiced it over and over and over and over again. But when they have to present it, they will tell you is, what do they call it? God bless you. They'll tell you it's freestyle. It's not freestyle anything. They've been practicing it since last year. Look at their notes, you see it there. So do the same thing for public speaking. Don't wait until the minute they say, come to speak to us. Start to prepare. Content or delivery, which is more important? This is a very tricky question. They are both very important because your content must be effective, must be weighty, must carry weight. But then, if you have content and you don't deliver it right, it falls flat. At the same time, if you have delivery and you don't have content, it also falls flat. So they are equally important to my mind. You cannot have one without the other if you want to, present effectively. Now, when your audience is older, how do you cope? You have to be superior. You just have to be superior. You have to know what you are talking about. There are a lot of times when you walk into a room and then you're addressing people, they are looking at you like, Kilele Feso. But by the time you finish delivering on the topic that you are an authority on, they would not know when. Past District Governor Obafunjo shared a story with me. The first time he had to address district governors elect at an international assembly. Most of the speakers that talked to them were Caucasians, were Europeans, Americans, and things like that. And then you have this short black man coming to talk to, district governors elect. So he said he could feel the atmosphere in the air, like, what's this black man coming to talk to us? To make matters worse, one short man like that. He could feel it. But because he was very, very, very at home with what he was going to deliver, by the time he finished delivering, he said that for the first time in an international assembly, they stood up to clap for him. So, regardless of the people you are addressing, don't worry, just know your material. When you know your material, 5-10 minutes into it, you would find that feeling of who is he, what is going to say, is going to fizzle away. Because you have started to give them what they don't have. I think I've been able to do justice to all of the questions. Once again, I thank you so much for this opportunity.
Ẹ má ti lọ, ẹ ń kánjú, ẹ má lọ ẹni sùúrù. Ìlọrin Olókoṣẹ́ House, how should we appreciate our guest speaker before we present the official appreciation plaque? No, we did that yesterday. Rainfall. Let's go for rainfall. Oh yeah, one finger. Let's start. Yes, sir. If you want to go out at this time, still permit. You can still go out, but you have to walk faster. 2 fingers. At this point, be checking for anywhere you can dodge your head. Anything can happen. 3 fingers. If you are wearing starch, it's advisable you stay back. 4 fingers. Make sure you are going with umbrella. Then 5. Aha. Stay at home. Thank you very much. And to present the appreciation flag is not a person, but a one-time president, Rotary Club of Osogbo. That's past president, pharmacist Sumono Olasukomi.
I'm not very good at singing, but I want you to sing with me because the person standing here is a good dancer. Let's appreciate him. He's a good dancer. I watch him dancing during the family of Rotary in Ilorin. Want to be a good speaker? You want to be a good speaker? Join the
Rotary. Join the Rotary.
I'm be a good speaker. My DGN, Rotarian Dolu Ojo. Oyeyiola. Yes. Okay. Yes. You are not Ojo. Okay. Dolu Oyeyiola. Okay. Ojo. Dolujo. We want to appreciate this very gentleman. Looking gentle, but not actually very gentle. Yes. He's a very energetic man. He put all his vigor and energy into whatever he's doing. I'm not surprised that you are our DGN now. I wish you a very successful DGN, DGE, and what? Well, for him, on behalf of Rotary District 126 and under the chairmanship of the Ryla Committee, our PDS, Kazim Oderinu, we are appreciating you immensely for teaching us what you know how to do best, the act of public speaking. Thank you so much. In recognition of your outstanding contribution and unwavering support through the Rotary Youth Leadership Academy, Ryla 2025. Ryla we. Given this day, 20th of September 2025. Thank you so much.
Razak Akindele House, can you make some noise? Hey, what? Eh? Hey, what? What are they saying? Akioma Akin? Irọ́ ni o. Okay, do you know who we have in the house today? Hey! Okay, no problem.
Akin lọ́sàn-án, Akin láàárọ̀, Akin lóru, Akin nírọ̀lẹ́. Akin 247. Distinguished Rylarians. And of course, we are moving straight to the 5th plenary of Ryla 2025. This very